We can roll a J, we can roll a blunt and pack a bowl or hit that ball. We jumping right in, we riding this groove that move your feet and we supplying your high wind. You tuned into the beat that I'm producing on these sheets. Got you moving in your seat and now you begging for a truce. I think I've proven I'm a G. Say less, don't stay stressed, your opinions are baseless. I got all the flavor, homie, I done passed the taste test. I got all the private keys endorsing all the paychecks. And in the meantime, I just steak hex and bake cess until I am weightless and fly around aimless on Twitter and YouTube and all of those spaces where most of them faceless and JPEGs are apes and having debates on a regular basis of crypto and politics. We cover all of it, we won't always agree. So hit tokes and follow it with some edible chocolates. Come and get stoned with me. Get your lighters and try to light up brothers, cause it's time for steak and bake. Grab your treasure and load that ledger, cause it's time for steak and bake. Twist those J's and pack that bowl, cause it's time for steak and bake. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the show, because it's time for steak and bake. And now we going, it's flowing, my music is the potion. The drums will start to roll and gain control of your emotions. And every time the horn blows, it sounds like an explosion. I keep hexagons floating from ocean to ocean. The system is broken, our money was stolen, its value eroded, the dollar's implosion. But now we got crypto, cash earned a demotion. We shift our devotions from fiat to tokens, dollars to stables. We turn the tables, so keep buying T-shares and make yield to pay bills. We're taking vacations from Vegas to Naples. I only smoke reefer, no I do not take pills. So form your opinions, I probably won't listen, cause I don't give a fuck what you think. Just go grab a vape pen and let's fly to space, man. Come and get crunk with me. Get your lighters and try to light up brothers, cause it's time for steak and bake. Grab your treasure and load that ledger, cause it's time for steak and bake. Twist those J's and pack that bowl, cause it's time for steak and bake. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the show, because it's time for steak and bake. Come ride with me and get high with me. We gon' blaze up all night long. We can roll a J, we can roll a blunt and pack a bowl or hit that ball. Come ride with me and get high with me. We gon' blaze up all night long. We can roll a J, we can roll a blunt and pack a bowl or hit that ball.
All right, we are live. I was trying to decide to jump that thing fucking plays out forever. No need to listen to the whole thing. And it's funny, we had 12 people watching before I started the intro, and now we have 8. So it's fucked up. It's like my music's scaring people off. They're like, fuck this motherfucker. This shit sucks.
They'll come back around in greater numbers too.
That's crazy. Well, it's fucked up because I ran upstairs when we were in the green room and like I grabbed 3 drinks and I've already gone through one of them. So if that's any sign of what is to come, we should have a good time. What is good, everybody? How y'all doing?
Doing great.
And GM.
100.
Yep.
Everything's good.
I feel like, is there a way that we could shill this out? There's got to be like a Tang gang fucking spaces going on somewhere. Like they're constantly moving forward and constantly on the roll. Is there one going on right now?
They're gonna show up.
The Telegram, and it'll probably be in the spatial as well.
Yeah,
Nice,
I just
nice,
tweeted it out
nice.
myself, and I'll throw it into some Telegram chats too.
Man, hopefully Spooky jumps on. I would love to see Spooky in here.
Bullish
All
silver.
right, I got it.
Spatial.
Tweet it out as well. So yeah, I was watching Tangent stream earlier, and I was like, bro, we haven't done a steak and bake in a minute. We should do a steak and bake. And he was like, yeah, we should do a steak and bake. And then I hit up Orange Gooey, and he was like, yeah, I'm in. And I hit Tangent up, and he was like, no way, dude. Like,
No,
let's make it happen, man. Let's make it happen. So normally we'll do like an iron lung when we first start, but I don't know. Tangent, are you doing an edible today? What do you got going on?
Yeah. I didn't have, when I saw your message, I was like, shit, I actually don't think I've got any weed here, but I've got these pretty
bottoms
strong.
in.
Pretty strong.
Because I'm a stash.
It's just Agent's down to his last nut, bro. He's like,
So I
he's buying $20.
No, he's scraping. He's fucking scraping resin out of his bowls to fucking
Rolling weed off my head.
smoke his resin.
Times
The
are tough,
resin
man.
market.
So
Well-
yeah, so I took an edible, and I think like I definitely feel like more relaxed, like muscularly, and so we'll just see.
Nice.
We'll see.
Oh, good. Good.
But
Did
yeah,
you go out and
actually,
party
you know what?
tonight?
Normally I do is if I have edibles, I actually smoke a little bit to kickstart it, and I was like
Just
looking
get
around
high,
like a
bro.
fucking junkie, like
Kickstart it.
literally looking through drawers and shit, trying to find weed to see if I could even just find enough for just a baby cone.
gosh!
and then
my
and then I was
God.
just like
I feel
I
like
didn't think it
I
would
feel like I
bother
should
me.
smoke a bowl and dedicate it to you right now.
yeah, do it, man.
No doubt, dude. Everyone
Oh.
smoke for Tangent. We're smoking for Tangent today.
Ugh. So Tangent was on a stream earlier, and I was like, "Yo, let's steak and bake," and he was like, "Oh, I'm keen," like on his stream. So, but I was out shopping with my wife, so like we got home or whatever, and did my thing, cut it in half because I never take a full one because that's just crazy. Eat that joker, and then like an hour later, I'm like sitting at my computer. I think I was watching Crypto Sloth actually, and like it hit, and I was like, "Damn it, Tangent, hurry up, man!" Because if it gets too much longer before we start to stream, I'm just gonna be too stupid to do anything. It's like,
No.
Yeah.
but no, it's perfect.
Tangent, I'll join you on the edible train, buddy. Don't worry.
Oh,
yeah.
All right. Well, I guess we've been talking about doing an edible stream ever since the beginning of
Yeah,
Steak and
yeah,
Bake
yeah,
2
yeah.
years ago.
Yeah.
Which I'm kind of curious.
It's always like we
When
talk about
was-
it on stream and it's too late because like we're already stoned and you don't want to like you don't want to just go off the ledge.
Right.
And they
You
take
never
a long
wanna
time
do
to
that.
kick in. So we're like, let's plan one day where we take it early before the stream. So yeah, so this should be perfect.
You can't wait the couple hours for it to kick in, man. You need it now. You need to be high right now.
Well, I
When
find for
was-
me, these ones I've got like I reckon usually around like 40 minutes, somewhere between 40 minutes and an hour.
Mhm.
They're pretty noticeable.
So I'm trying to find when the actual first Steak and Bake was. It's coming up. It's been 2 years. It's right at 2 years because it was right when we did the Furu video. I'm on this my channel trying to look for it, but it only says 1 year, but I know that's not right.
I think rounding, man. I think they round that shit once it gets.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
probably going to say 1 year until it hits 2.
So can we talk about Tang game?
'cause wait,
It's the only thing I
wait, it was definitely before the peak. It was definitely the peak before the peak of Hex that we did a stream. Our first Steak and Bake.
Was it?
Must have been.
I
Must
don't
have
know,
been
man. I
before.
don't.
Must have been before the peak.
So it's been 2 years. It's been over 2 years since the peak, and I don't see.
That's wild, then.
So
I'm gonna
maybe
go
it'll
look.
show me when I uploaded the video. So YouTube Studio.
Yeah, Freddie, when you told me that, sorry to bounce around, but like when you told me the cookies was coming on, I was like, fuck yeah, that's sick. And then when you were like, wait, Spooky might come as well, I was like, oh shit, this is going to be like all Tang Gang. This entire episode is just going to be 1,000,000%.
Yeah.
It'll be Tang and Bake or some shit. Like,
Oh, that's what I should have named it. Damn it. That's so good. So it was last minute, but if it were like thought out and planned out, we could have done like a dope fucking thumbnail like Crypto Sloth did for Spooky's stream that he just did, because that dude, that
man.
fucking thumbnail is dope as shit. It's like orange. It's they're like profile pictures are like the stump of the tree, and then like they all had oranges growing out of their heads. It's fucking dope. If you haven't seen it, let me see if I can pull it up.
did you guys
Steak and Bake episode 1, November 5th, 2021. So we should do a 2-year anniversary stream in November.
Oh shit! So this is basically 2-year anniversary.
Yeah, I mean the way that we stream, yeah, you know, it's a couple weeks away, but fuck it, we can call it that. Or we could do another one on the 2-year anniversary and have like everybody back who's ever been on.
And that will give me time to get weird. Ample time.
Tangent's
Dude, that's like
timeline
3
is like, how
weeks.
can I re that's when we can do it.
It's like 3 weeks. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. You were saying something.
Oh, me?
Oh,
Tangent.
Tangent, yeah.
Shit, have I already forgotten?
Well,
Fuck.
hold on.
What was it about? Was it?
Hold on. I'll tell you. Let me back up on the stream like 30 seconds ago.
The image AI.
Oh, you got it. Okay.
Dude.
Oh,
Did you see the picture I used to promote this stream? The first tweet when I said we've got a stake.
Yes, dude. So as soon as I saw that, I was like, "Oh, it's a weed plant on a fucking hexagon." I guarantee he did that on AI.
Yeah. It was
Did you?
so it's a big hexagon with lots of little hexagons, and then it's how classy does that look? How it's like the white
Oh,
weed.
that looks awesome, dude.
Dude, it's
Yeah.
fucking sick. That is this new AI I just got access to, which is like GPT-4 plus DALL-E 3 together. So you can talk to it like a designer. So
What's it called?
You can just go, I want this, and it'll bring up images. And then you can be like, okay, I like that one the best out of the 4, but I want you to change this, this, and this. And then it just, dude, it's fucking nuts. It's insane.
Ladies and gentlemen.
So you have to have the paid version of OpenAI GPT. So, and then you just go into GPT-4, and then in the plugins drop down, you just pick the graphic one, which is DALL-E 3. So where it's normally you pick either no plugins or Bing or
I got it.
The other. Yep.
Appreciate it.
Can we give?
I don't know how long it might have been there for a while, but I only noticed it today for the first time, and I've been smashing it.
I love AI. Can we give a warm welcome to Too Spooky?
Oh,
Yo!
dude. Oh shit! Here we go.
Oh shit!
What's going
he changed
on?
hats.
Yeah, I got a lot of options.
Dude, the pumpkin hat was on point, dude.
I can go back to the pumpkin hat. Hold on.
I mean, if you got the freedom, if you got the American freedom hat on, I can't hate on that one. That one's beautiful too.
I got it for your stream. Hold on, what we got?
I'm using my orange koozie for the stream. It's the Orioles, and they got swept in the playoffs this week, so don't judge me. But
What else we got? I can go for green too.
oh, that green is sick. Oh yeah, do the green. You got to do the green for the steak and bake.
Which one?
Oh my god, that is so sick. The Keep America great.
Keep America great.
The bold gold is so hard.
So I was streaming, right? And I thought my stream was going into the metaverse because when I started it was. And then towards the end of the stream, I was just clicking through the tabs to make sure I didn't miss anything. And I'm like, oh yeah, here's the metaverse. And I look up at the screen and it's you and Crypto Sloth. And I'm like, motherfucker. And then I was like, that's fair enough though, because my stream did take a really long time and that interview would have been sick. Like,
yeah, no, it's been a minute since we've been talking to Spooky, man. How you been? What you been up to?
Yeah, it's been forever.
That was such a good stream, man. That was such a good stream. I didn't even realize that you were the founder of HOA, right? Until most recently. Like maybe a week ago, I heard it on a Spaces, and I was like, "Oh, it makes sense." And then just to see and just after understanding that, and then seeing the interview with Sloth today, I was like, "Oh man, that's dope!" Like putting the 99% up as liquidity, like dog. So and like the thing that gets me, I get so frustrated when people hex maxis complain about people doing other things within the community. The way I see it is that Richard taught crypto how to crypto, and now we've just learned from him, and all the shit that we loved before Richard, we're just doing it just the right way now, right? So and Richard himself has shitted on NFTs and stuff like that, but there's a market for it. There are communities out there who want it, and it's fun. And if you've been through cycles and you understand and you have your bags, like, and this is where I've updated my worldview, because before Hex, I shitcoined like a motherfucker, right? And I lost a lot of money. And then Hex came along, and then I made all of that money back. And I went through the process of myself being a Hex maxi. But I feel like in crypto, you have to evolve. And where I'm at now is basically I think our job is to teach people how to do crypto right. No admin keys, you know, no shady shit. Show people how to find that shady shit. And then teach them what they need to know to crypto, and then let them go out in crypto. And then they can decide how they want to crypto. When Hex was very young, we didn't have that. So it was like, yo, this is the only thing that's going to save you because everything else is bullshit. Well, now we have that, but we've learned how to do everything else the right way. So when I heard that 99% was put up as liquidity, I was like, damn, to me, that's the right way to do shit. Like, he didn't do it. And then he put that up and then started buying on his own. Like, the founder gave up what he had and then started just buying himself. Like, that's how it should be done. So shout out to you, man. Big props. That's so
Appreciate it.
I love hearing things like that.
I would have put the 100% in there, but I thought, like, withholding that 1%, maybe I do giveaways or competitions or something like that. But the marketing and the community was so on point, it wasn't even necessary. Yep. So to like not even gain that 1%, I burnt that 1% too. So I didn't even I didn't even do that. So like I burnt that 1%, and then I started buying. I started buying after the first day.
Bruh.
And I fully agree with your point about Richard, because Richard was like, number one, build cool things. So like that's what a lot of people are doing. A lot of people are trying to build on Pulse Chain now, which is what Pulse Chain needs. But like at the same time, you got to update your worldview, because there are markets for things up there. And I'm not like a skilled dev. I'm never gonna make this ultra platform that is going to be the best use case on the market. I make memes. So I made a meme coin. And one of the things that I learned from Richard when it comes to marketing, he said this a million times himself. I'm sure it's going to hit with a lot of people, but he is like, look, you can get a lot of people by sounding like a scam. That's how he did a lot of the marketing for Hex. He made it sound too good to be true, and that got a lot of people. The difference between him and these other things, though, is that he's not a scam. And so that's kind of how I went into HOA too. It was like, look, it's a meme coin, bunch of dumb memes. Yeah, you can look at it as like gambling because it's a meme coin. There's no use case or utility, even though we have the community that's supporting it, socially enforced. But it's like, I'm not a scammer. I'm not gonna dump it. So if I can offer something that the market already wants and people enjoy it, as long as I'm not a scammer, then I'm essentially doing, I'm following one of the principles that Richard Hart followed: sound good, and then, not be a scammer.
Yep. And it's cool to see that there's a safe place to meme. Like when I see Tang Gang, I'm like, cool, dude. Like these boys, it's just fun, and it's a safe place to play. You know what I mean? Like, and what you said in the stream with Sloth just a minute ago. And if there's anyone here who hasn't seen it, you should definitely go back and watch the Sloth interview with Twos or Spooky or Pookie, depending on which one of these three guys you're talking to, because each one of them I feel like has a different name for him. But yeah, dude, it was really good. Go back and watch that. Oh fuck, I lost my train of thought. What did you say? What were we talking about?
Talking about a safe place to meme.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, am I gonna have to, yeah. Oh,
yes,
fuck, I lost my train of thought. Yeah, I feel like I should go back and watch. I'm not gonna rewind it. I lost my train of thought. I'm sorry,
Dude,
guys.
it's
I
funny,
took
man.
an edible, and it's
no
I feel like
point
that's
that came
pretty
into
on
a
brand
Twitter
for the
space,
show,
right?
man.
And this guy just jumped up, and because no one seemed to be answering the question of like, what are you guys doing? Because this guy was like, it seems like you guys are like in a gang, and it's something to do with crypto. And this guy just jumped up, and he's like, just gave this real brief version of the story. And he's like, all right, there's this guy named Richard Hart. He's a billionaire, created this cryptocurrency, created the community around it. Dude doesn't like NFTs, but he had some problems with the SEC, so he's gone now. So we flipped that narrative, and then just went through and just hit on all these. It was so funny. It was so funny.
Oh, I'm so mad that I lost my train of thought there.
You were talking
that's
about
what happens when you have edibles.
Safe place to meme. Is that not it?
Yeah. So I just basically, man, it's fucking awesome. If people want to meme on Pulse Chain, they can come meme on Pulse Chain and be fucking safe about it, basically. Like just doing it the right way.
Yeah.
No admin keys, and no big, huge pre-mint to the founder. Like it's not shady. It's a fair launch. It's out there. You had 99%, blah, 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 this, that, and then burn the 1%. Like it doesn't get any better, dude. It's like a
Yeah, I
meme
didn't want to
coin
scam
for meme
nobody. I didn't
coin.
want to rug nobody. I didn't want to dump on anybody. So I was like, that was the right thing to do.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it sets the standard. Like you can come over and meme safely now because we have the gold standard of crypto, in at least as far as meme coins. But I'm like, you can convince me that HOA is going to flip BTC, and I wouldn't bat an eye. So I think it definitely sets a standard now where people know if you want to come over and play stupid games, like we'll call you out, and it won't last long, and everyone knows where like the shining meme coin on the hill is. So you're just helping advertise for us if you come over and do it wrong.
Yeah, that was a question on the stream that me and Too Spooky just had. They were asking about like security stuff for things that are being filtered through Tang, and the community is kind of like self-policing in that way. Like if you're coming with things that are off or like sketchy or whatever, it's just not going to catch on because somebody in the community is going to point it out, and then it's just going to be dug up pretty quickly.
Yeah, the grove protects the grove. That's how we say it.
How did all of it start?
Yo, Too Spooky
Was it-
minted a shitcoin and threw it on X, and then I just immediately went, yeah, I'm scooping this up. Started a Twitter space, told people about the token. I said this is objectively the best meme for the Hex community and the Pulse Chain ecosystem. Spooky got into the space like probably 5-10 minutes later. Bullish and I are hosting, and I was like, Spooky, do you mind if I pull a Pauly here and just like put this fucking meme on my back for a while and get the people rallied up? And he's like, I don't give a fuck. It's a shitcoin. Like we're just having fun. So then we just went on a fucking mimetic trailblazing masterpiece of a mission, and we are not anywhere close to finished. So that's my
When
Nowhere
was
near.
this?
Nowhere near close.
Was this like back in June? When did this happen? Like how long has this been going?
August.
On 16,
Uh,
we're on
August?
16 weeks of memes.
Yeah.
So it was 16 weeks ago.
Damn,
17
17.
weeks
I
ago.
thought 17 weeks.
Yeah, I think I actually made the coin on like the 2nd or 3rd, and then I announced it was live the day after I made all the LPs and stuff.
Damn. So the 4th and the 5th were the premieres of the highest of stakes.
Yeah,
so this was
I
that week, basic. So like Friday,
Oh,
Thursday
yeah,
or
that's
Friday.
Friday.
right. I
Yeah,
remember
Friday.
that.
I announced to people that it was
Oh,
it
yeah,
existed.
It was Maddie's conference. So it was all that shit. All three happened in one weekend.
He was coming off
Plus
the
Nice
giga
call.
attention of the SEC hype too. So like you had the SEC
Yep.
hype, the highest of stakes, and then he launches HOA and even shows up to the premiere with an orange. So like he basically like deployed and was at a full sprint relative to the rest
Marco,
of the mimetic energy on chain.
Yeah,
Dude, I think it was Marco.
I went to New York, and I knew I wanted to give out oranges because it's something that we were talking about in the spaces or whatever we were on. And I was like, yo, I should go down there with a bag of oranges, and I did just that. So I gave a couple out. Most people were like, what the hell? No, thank you. There was one lady that was in the theater. She took an orange from me, and I tried to give an orange to Corey because Corey was live streaming, and Corey was like, no, like what? But he didn't know everything that was already happening like just hours before that. So
Did you
regretted
know
giving
him?
the
Had you
orange.
ever met Corey before then?
No, that was my first time meeting him.
Did he know who you were? Like when you walked up to him?
Like he knew my handle, but I don't think he like.
But he
really
didn't
knew
know
me.
your face. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Dude, that's the same thing Marco said. Marco was like, some dude walked up to me and tried to hand me an orange. And then I found out it was Spooky. And I was like, oh, fuck. My bad, bro. Like, Marco was like, who the fuck is this guy? Like, what the fuck?
That's the perfect Genesis story for the Tang Gang. Some dude walked up to me and tried to hand me an orange. I don't know what's going on.
Damn, so that's funny. Had you ever met Corey before then?
But me, no.
No. Did he recognize you?
That
when,
was
you
like
walked
my
up to him
first
for the
time meeting
time?
anyone. It was my first time meeting anyone in the Hex
That's
ecosystem.
so
It was the
epic.
first time I went
That
to an
is
event or anything.
so epic, bro.
Yeah, so I
Damn.
was like oranges for everyone. I had enough too. I could have given enough oranges to everyone in the theater, but
Oh, you didn't give them all away?
no, they didn't want them. And then I tried to give what I had left over to a homeless guy, and he just told me no. So I was like, whatever. I took him home and ate him.
I think Bullish tried to do something similar, and then he accidentally left the oranges in the car or something. Do you guys remember?
Oh, let me jump over here.
I seem to remember something about it, but yeah.
Yeah, there was someone else who said that they were going to buy oranges too. I don't know what happened with that when they were going to a premiere.
I think he got them, but then when he got there, he forgot them and left them in the car, and then it was like too far to go back and get them or some shit.
Yeah, no, I walked in there with my bags. I had my bags packed.
Shout out Staker class.
Dude, yeah, it's spooky. Do you want to tell the stream about what they just did today with the Pepe?
Oh, it was so crazy because I woke up this morning and I started seeing tweets about the Pepe HOA pair, and I'm like, what's going on? And at first I thought it was Photoshop. So it was a Staker class tweet, and he was like, whoever made this or whatever, whatever. So I'm looking at it. It says $56,000 of liquidity, and I'm like, what? So I have to actually go on the scanner because I want to see it for myself. And like, yeah, there's another giant liquidity pool there that's almost as big as the Rat Pulse pair. And I was like, yo, this is real. What type of Chad just eats that much liquidity in one shot, one day with Pepe and HOA? So now we have like over $100,000 of liquidity in just those two pairs because some Giga Chad decides to LP a massive amount of Pepe with a massive amount of HOA. Mind blowing.
Crazy.
And
by the way,
pretty soon, you guys, pretty soon we're gonna have the deepest liquidity on the fastest, most appreciating chart in crypto. Just to let you know.
Big facts.
In my opinion, Pepe is like low price at the moment. So if someone pairs you up with a massive liquidity pool and they're like at a top, that's a fuck up because if and when they come down, they're going to drag your ass down with them. But if you get paired up like that strong to a coin that has the potential that it's already on the floor and it's going to go mooning at some point in the fucking bull market, dude, game over.
Oh yeah, it's insane, and that's gonna like eat up so much of any of the slippage or whatever because it's so like the ARB bots are gonna have to trade amongst any of the volatility. So it's just that much thicker and that much healthier to have. So it's absolutely amazing that he did that. Like I really appreciate that, and it's funny as hell because it's Pepe. It's not like it was just Pulse. It is Pepe. So that's
If someone was to giga dump, it would get absorbed partially by that pool. But let's be honest, no one is selling HOA, so that's.
Nobody with a brain.
Yeah. And it's so much too. It's like 7% of the supply or something like that. Like that's a lot of HOA.
Yeah, it's huge.
And it's the best marketing that you can get. So Pepe is the most iconic meme that transcends like all of the internet. HOA is obviously the most powerful meme in crypto right now. And so we've just got the best of both worlds because the best way to try to use
say that again.
HOA.
Say that again.
So
the most powerful meme in crypto right now?
Oh yeah.
Period. HOA is the most powerful meme in crypto. It's not even close. I absolutely with one tweet decapitated the MOG community. They won't even show up and fight. They all started blocking me. Even Gleb blocked me like a pussy. So like these are people that I'm in the Milady private chats with, and it's like I can just go in Telegram and be like, you guys are a bunch of quivering pussies. So they like replied because Moon King put out a tweet wearing the Tang Gang Pit Viper glasses, and the MOG community is like, oh, another MOG ripoff, and they're getting no engagement. So I just came in and I was like, 1 like after 2 hours, MOG's dead. And then like a day later, they only had 2 likes, and Papa Tang like ratioed them by himself, and they started blocking me and Grandpapa Tang. Shout out Grandpapa Tang. And then I just put out a tweet that was like, MOG used, yeah, dude, he's amazing. I was like, MOG used to be based, now they're a bunch of quivering pussies. And like they wouldn't even reply to it because they know that any attention they give us is going to dunk them 2 times. We get the mimetic virality of their community, and we get to dunk on their chart, which is going down right now. So they just can't engage. It's like everyone's in a quantum checkmate against the HOA. If you move, you lose your head. If you stay, you fade into irrelevancy. There is no winning formula other than just to convert to the HOA. That's your only hope.
Pretty much, yeah. That's exactly what's happening. And other people are getting it. Other people are leaning in, and they're saying like that you don't really have a choice. You can try to fade us and you get wrecked, or you can participate and then enjoy the benefits of our community.
Yeah, man. And I was on a call. So there's a brand. I'm going to be on a call with them again on Monday, but we're kind of slowly bringing them to Pulse Chain, and they're a real world brand with real money and real provenance and professional networking. Good, just all positives, right? Net positives. And they're going to be exploring Pulse Chain, and they're aware of the Tang Gang. And I kind of, without making it sound threatening, I kind of explained to them, it's like, hey, you can follow kind of this template, the HOA template that we have produced in the Tang Gang for patronizing artists and empowering community, or you can try to just we'll give you all the education and you can learn how to do it. And then you can just try and carve out your own lane on your own, but just realize that every dollar you spend on marketing will be in direct competition with the Tang Gang. So, how do you want to spend your money? And they were like, yeah, I could see why you guys would be a really scary enemy to have on the internet.
Have there been any projects that have reached out to Tang Gang
Yeah,
I don't like
9 mil.
Okay. I was gonna say like liquid loans or anybody like that.
They don't
Nine mil?
have the mimetic swag yet to realize that they need us more than we need them. So they're going to continue to ride their sacrifice hype. But people are pretty exhausted about waiting and waiting and waiting. So we're all cool with them. Like we're
Well,
cool with any
yeah.
protocol. on Pulse
Barista-
chain. We don't
yeah.
have any problem.
Barista
Yeah.
is a front end for liquid loans, Freddie, and Barista leans into the Tang gang. And in fact, one of their guys that works on that project created the Telegram for Tang gang, J Money.
J Money created the Telegram. Yeah.
Oh, really? J Money?
Yeah. Yep. So Barista,
I know
Barista
J Money.
they make memes where it's like coffee beans and oranges and shit like that. 9mm, which is not just a protocol, it's like an entire ecosystem leaned in hard. Pussycat made some yield farms, but you could argue that they were sort of already in the Tang gang before they did that. So it wasn't like a protocol coming saying, hey, can we collab with you? It was more someone within the Tang gang say, we're going to build something for the community. So there's definitely been interest. I mean, I get DMs all the time, not from projects, but from individuals just being like, hey, what's up with this Tang gang thing? Like, how do I join it? I want to join it. And I'm like, you just join the Telegram. It's
we do everything pretty transparently, but there's going to be another wave. So like we've just picked up kind of a wave of the degen trading ETH bros that will continue to trickle over. The way it kind of works is people are going to see HOA. They're going to recognize, shit, there really is money over here. There really is value we might be able to extract, yada, yada. And then when they get over here, they can't outcompete the HOA. So it's like you come, you deploy your rug protocol, you deploy your scam NFT collection, yada, yada. And then you're exhausted because you're not getting the support and HOA continues to run away. So you just eventually realize, like, wait a second, I beat all of my other ETH bros to the HOA. I'll just pump this. So it'll come in cycles, but the adoption is coming over from ETH and the money is coming in, and it's just a quantum checkmate. They won't be able to produce anything. They can't cooperate long enough to overcome our momentum. So it's already game over. It's just how long do they want to keep wriggling around?
Yeah,
and it's a bad idea to try to actually like attack us too, because a couple of people have done that as well, and that has not worked over well for them in the community. So you're better off, like, if you're not going to participate with us and risk, basically just falling into irrelevance, you're even worse off if you actually try to talk trash. Like, don't do that.
Yeah, like not only will we continue to entertain our own community, but we will straight up take your community from you. Like, unless you think you can wake up and out meme 800 professional artists, you're just advertising for us, and you're like creating the final chapter of your empire's collapse in real time for us to mimetically produce into like some weird lore about how you fucked up real bad one day on the internet.
Yeah, that's when I make my best memes, when someone's talking trash. It's like they just give me all the fuel to start a fire.
Dude, I made memes.
He is literally like Shaquille O'Neal. Like, he'll lie about a fucking newspaper headline just to get himself hyped up to dunk your protocol with a meme. It's like he's in the locker room just fucking looking for narratives. He's just like, I wish somebody would talk about apples today. I wish they'd talk about bananas.
You bring up a good point, Dewey, with competition with the Tang gang and everything, because it's like pretty much just building like a big super highway for like marketing, and it's just like this like incredible super high fast highway that you can get on and use if you want, but like you could build your own road on the side, and it'll take all the energy and what's the word I'm looking for? They have energy to build it and the money to even build it, or you can just use the super highway right on the side and just go straight to where you want to go in the first place. And it's like when you frame it that way, it's like the choice kind of becomes fairly obvious, and then that gets into the positive feedback loop that me and Too Spooky were talking about, like an hour ago.
Especially when what you're coming in with is something that you're making yourself. Like we can reference 9mm again. They did a free mint for us. You know what I mean? So it's like if they wanted to try to market by themselves, maybe they would have been successful. Like, they have a good protocol, but all they simply had to do was basically take an L on a tiny, tiny, tiny portion of their supply. And then look what we did with that. Me going on Shell Tank, but even before that, just having that community already there, already hype, already appreciating the love that they showed us. We minted out half the collection before we even went on Shell Tank. So it's like, the amount of energy that you really have to put into the Tang gang just to like show us love and receive that love back is pennies on a dollar compared to the type of advertising and campaign you can get from people who just love laughing at their own jokes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that even ties into like the impermanent loss situation topic we were talking a little bit a little bit about Too Spooky, where it's like, yeah, you give up a little bit of value at the beginning, but like that success that you have gotten wouldn't have maybe not have even come if you didn't present that initial offering or that initial mint to the group in the first place, right? So it's like you took that loss, but in reality, that loss is what allowed you to have gains over in the future and have like a successful mint, a successful onboarding, et cetera, et cetera. So it's not even a loss or like an L in any way, shape, or form. It's just the upfront investment that you need to tap in or plug in your system into the greater, mimetic energy, the mimetic community that's being built within the Tang gang.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Wait, the chat is lit, yo. The chat.
I know, chat is on fire, dude. Fucking, this is what Tang Gang does, dude. Like, it's just,
Dude, they
it's
show
fucking
up.
sick.
They show up, bro.
Oh yeah,
Nas,
that's one of the
Nas.
memes I made. It's like, look, like all you have to do is post an orange, and then we'll show up. Someone in the Tang gang is gonna see it. They're gonna share the tweet into the Telegram, and then you're gonna have 20 people engaging with your content. Whether it's just a stupid meme or we know that you like us, so you're gonna allow us to meme on your timeline or on your stream, and now you have twice as much engagement that you're used to seeing because the Tang gang is showing up. That's what we do. We show up.
Wait, it's like a green light, but it's orange.
It's an orange light. Exactly. It's even better than a green light.
I remember when I made my first tweet about HOA. It was just an orange and a period, and then immediately like 5 people just commented like some random meme. I'm like, oh, that's pretty cool.
Wait, how many tweets did you see from hexagons that said, "What's with all the oranges"? I must have seen like about 7 or 8 times within a 3-day period, bro. Seriously.
Oh yeah, they were getting bombarded, man.
We just did that with BIM.
Even yesterday, like Twitter had an issue or X or whatever had an issue where none of the tweets were displaying. But I've been a part of this thing that we call the OG Killer Emoji Gang, and so all of our handles are just an emoji. So even when you can't see anyone's post, you can still see an orange emoji appear.
Wait, I saw that happen in real time, and I thought, because I was on Sal's
wait, let's put you here.
page, and he's the one that
uncensorable movement, man.
Hyper political stuff, like where it's all the like anti-woke shit. In fact, Richard Hart shouted him out once. Someone asked him about like his freedom vibes, and he said that Sal does a really good job. That's why I followed that mofo. Anyway, I was looking through his shit, and his whole thing just disappeared. I'm like, uh-oh, he just got murked. Like, he just got blocked. Who is that?
That's spooky. What are you talking about, bro? You look at his mouth.
If someone came up to you and was trying to hand you an orange wearing this outfit, what would you do?
Oh, were you also wearing
I would fucking dap him up and take a selfie. That guy looks like a superhero. I'd be like, this is the dawn of the superhero. I'd be like, soon a guy with like a rappel gun is gonna come down from the building. Like Spooky's gonna like throw an orange on the ground and make like a smoke bomb or something.
That's how I was walking all over New York City. That's what I wore to the highest of stakes. I know I was fly. I know I was fly.
Wait,
all eyes on me.
Absolute swag.
I got one more. Hold on. I gotta doctor it. Hold on. Here. Oh shit. Where is this at? Okay, come on. Save. Oh my god. All right, let me share this. Oh, can I share this? Oh yeah, here we go. Hold on. Share screen. Windows. This joint.
Yes.
Yeah, that one got turned into a sticker.
Yo, that's straight up.
Did it really? Yo.
That's so dope.
If JPEGs could be a meme coin, this would this
Oh, they can. It's called NFTs.
Someone needs to NFT the shit out of this.
We've got this new tech. We've got this new tech, man.
I think that's the secret behind the HOA is just the fascinating tech.
Hey, I heard a statement today. I want to know.
DeFi, baby, DeFi.
This guy said, it is undeniable that NFTs was the biggest onboarding of normies into crypto, hands down, no competition.
Ooh.
Do you guys agree with that? Because I
In
thought
some ways,
at first
I
I
don't know
thought
if it's the biggest
oh, that's a
onboarding
big
of
call,
normies.
and then I thought, wait, maybe that's right in terms of for normies,
Nah,
because that shit did
it's still the
fucking
shit
blow up
ones.
in normie land.
Still the shit ones. You've never heard anyone say, "Well, I was thinking about buying Nvidia, and then my homie told me about the Bored Ape Yacht Club." That's not the story. You always hear, and then my homie got me into Dogecoin, and then my homie got me into
Yeah,
ETH,
true.
blah blah blah. So it's
That's,
like
yeah, that's true.
I think NFTs on Pulse Chain are onboarding a lot of crypto noobs into leveling up their crypto knowledge if they're coming through the HOA, because we actually educate people and we actually have like a system for producing wins instead of just like flipping coins and waiting until your money evaporates. But I don't think that the NFTs are onboarding normies. I think if anything, NFTs put normies off because they don't know what it even stands for.
Yeah, I don't think a lot of people really understand the pictures if they're not already in crypto. I think you already got to be in crypto to understand what the pictures on the blockchain even mean.
But I think
And
when
to
all the
that point,
celebrities
there's
started
people
buying
that have been in crypto for a long time that still don't know what a fucking NFT is, bro. And I've been explaining it for
Yeah.
years, and they just can't get it through their heads. So I don't think that's the effective onboarding tool they think it is.
So I was talking to Recordian yesterday, and dude, when Recordian comes out, it's going to be like an NFT marketplace. Like artists can come and build their own NFTs through the app. Like it's crazy what they have going on. Have you guys reached out to them at all, or have they reached out to you? Yeah, but I think you'll be able to do other types of it's like you'll be able to develop your NFTs or build your NFTs in Recordian. If I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about, but I know it's gonna be dope as shit.
Yeah, Recordian's definitely got like probably the strongest IRL music connections as far as a Pulse Chain music platform is going to go. They have been leaning into the Tang gang. I mean, it's not like a huge part of their brand, but they're in our spaces and they follow us and things like that. So they come up and they talk about the project, and it's definitely something to keep on the radar. But then as far as like independent artists go and things like that, we in the Tang gang will show you step by step how to launch your own smart contracts and how to own your provenance from start to finish. So if you ever do want to do music NFTs and stuff like that, and you just want to do it through the Tang gang, like we provide that education for people. Obviously their platform will also appeal to a lot of people and have benefits to their own kind of community that they've established. So it's just more wins for everybody as far as I see.
Man. You know, I was saying bullish today. Because the Tang gang is all value adding, it can all be done transparently. So everything is out in the open because you want to say, hey, I'm doing this thing that's going to add value. So it doesn't push things to like backdoor dealings where people have to keep shit secret because they're doing dirty shit and they're doing value extraction rather than value addition.
Well, here's the reality of a tangent. It's that the optimal way to add value doesn't require obfuscation or very little obfuscation. But almost every value extraction scheme requires obfuscation. There has to be privileged information and there has to be advantage play. And so the challenge that I bring, and I've been saying it for years, I will literally play any of you in poker with my cards face up. So if you think that you're going to have a more transparent project than the Tang gang, good luck, because I will straight up pull you into the daylight of the main timeline and negotiate with you. You're not going to get an advantage in my DMs. Tangent knows this firsthand. There's nothing that you can say to me in my DMs that is private to anybody but your own psychosis, because I will put that shit in the broad daylight if it means
that's what I love. Yeah, that's what I love, man. That's fucking awesome.
Yeah, so it's awesome. That's a much better way of saying it, by the way. Thanks, Cookies. That was a much
well, it's just a challenge. I just challenge any of these guys. I challenge anybody to do it better than us. That's the point of competition, is to stride leg and leg. We've already shown what it looks like to do it with $6 of liquidity and unlimited, incalculable amounts of energy and effort. It's been a vacuum of power that we created. We dug the hole through effort, blood, sweat, and tears, and now we're just filling it with abundance. And it's all just made up imaginary energy. So you can go and you can play in some weird hyper centralized token or some magic tokenomics protocol, and somehow these things are all supposed to justify that the guy that got you in isn't just going to sell on your head. I'm in doxed wallets with big supplies of HOA, and they only go up in holdings. So like None of these guys will do that for you. Nobody will put their fucking word on chain for you. They're all a bunch of LARPs. They don't have the fucking testicular fortitude to actually lead a community. They're trying to extract value at the margins. And that's why they can't fucking keep up. That's why they can't get 800 people to make memes all day. They can't patronize artists. They can't make their chart go up against anything worth holding. So like they're just going to have to eventually realize this is the formula that works. Now that you've seen it in real time, you're just 800 members behind, 2,000 holders behind, and about 10,000 memes behind. So you can either start today and you got to go hard, or you can just lean into the thing that's already working and you'll just speed us up even faster.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah, it really goes to show that it's like the people making everything successful, and it's like not some white paper that you put online. Like you believing your own hype doesn't necessarily make the price go up. It doesn't grow a community. It's the community that grows the community. So no one really cares about your tokenomics. It's irrelevant. It's in the back. It's on the back burner. It's who's invested in it, why they're invested, and how long and how much they're going to participate in the ecosystem that they're choosing to participate in. Nothing else matters. That's why meme coins crush it, because people have fun. They want to come in. They want to buy. They want to make other people buy. It's the people making it happen.
Yeah, and
Didn't
we
Richard say that
early on, man. The thesis that I've been spitting is you have to have something more entertaining than selling the token. People are like, well, Abid always asks me, he goes, is there any kind of tokenomic we could design so that the chart just only goes up? And I was like, no. But if you have something more fun to do than sell the token, then you won't sell the token. Like, if I can give you a free entertainment experience and that occupies your clicky hand so that you don't sell the token, I just have to stack enough of those up while we expand the holder count and the chart's going to go up. Like, it's not complicated. So most people haven't had any reason to hold on to their tokens. They use Moonmath TA as their dopamine excitement content. And then as those charts and triangles fail them, because they just can't figure out, like, if all the narratives are true, why won't this thing go up? It's like, well, because people who have a vested interest in turning you into exit liquidity will never expose to you the reality of the structure of the liquidity and the holder distribution. So they're going to continue to tap your ass like an ATM, whereas we are, quite frankly, just going to build an opportunity where even if the chart were to be co-opted by some value extraction cabal of like really hyper-focused traders, we have NFTs and on-chain provenance labyrinth that you have to walk through in order to extract value. And the only way you can get it is by holding, participating, and supporting. So it's like the thing either has to continue and succeed, or whoever finds a way to disrupt it is going to be left holding nothing. They're going to be holding something totally worthless, because we'll just move on and go back to the dank memes. Even if we can't have a chart alongside it, we'd rather just have fun. So they don't have any way in. We've insulated the supply and the holdings, and we've diversified the value through the patronage of artists and developers. And so now it's like, even if you beat us in the HOA, we're the biggest holders of 9NN, and all your bags belong to us anyway when you come over for the improved liquidity. And even if you don't, the bots will feed us. So it's checkers, baby.
It's unbeatable.
I really want to know how many pulse ODs that Telegram has.
Audible.
I know we have to have at least 20% of the supply, maybe more.
Yeah, maybe more. And honestly, like, we have 20%, maybe more. And of the people that have it, they're the most in tune with the model we've been running, where we get the tribute for free, and then we patronize, and then we elevate, and then we capitalize, and we bring some back to the HOA. The problem for the rest of you guys now with all your other projects is that we will have the most capital efficient protocol feeding the most dominant holders of the best marketing effort on the internet. Good luck. And if you think that you're going to be able to just nuzzle up next to us and go like, oh, we're the Tang gang too. It's like, not if you don't give us something for free. We're not going to retweet your shit just because you popped into a Telegram one day. Like, some of these people have been here from before day zero. They were making memes before they ever bought a bag. So like, you got to step correct now. The standard has been set. The orange standard is on your timeline, and you can either rise to the occasion or fade into irrelevancy. Those are your options.
Way brighter than the picture shows.
Well, each iteration of successful launching is just.
No, he's right though. If you see it in person is blinding, especially out in the sun, because you got the sun hitting that outfit. It just all the pink and orange just goes straight into your eyes. So the pictures don't do it justice.
Wait, that question about like looking at other communities, we get told we're like in our community we pretty much act like we're the only active community at the moment. And I actually don't look to see whether any of those other communities I know Chia is, but like I'm talking say like Ada and like Link and shit. Are they online?
They don't exist. Let me explain something to all of our viewers. Let me explain something to the viewers. Communities don't exist. There's only one community in all of crypto. It's the culturally rich Tang gang. Everyone else uses the word community to try to describe something that they can't prove. They try to describe collective shared values, and they can't even agree on what those values are. They do not have communities. They do not have any structure. They are simply a bunch of people who accidentally are holding on to the same investment. It would be like calling the wrecked plebs that are trying to find the 15th iteration of the GME squeeze, calling them a community. No, they're just a bunch of idiots who all do the same dumb thing. That doesn't make them a community. A community is able to actually improve the standards through which the members of the community exist. And so they don't have that ability, and we do. So we're the only community in Web3. The Chia chain has a lot of very community-centric players, and they are willing to lean into the Tang gang. That's why we have them. If Ada had anybody worth talking to, they would be aware of the Tang gang, and they would have started the conversation. These chains are ghost chains, and the marketplace doesn't exist. The majority of the money moving around is being laundered by companies and venture capitalists. So we have a very unique situation on Pulse Chain where at least we know we're a ghost chain in the middle of the bear market, but now we have established ourselves as the loudest item on the blockchain. So you will hear about us. People are going to come and adopt because frankly, they don't give a shit about Richard Part.
Is Pulse really a ghost chain if HOA and Tang Gang exist on top of it?
Well, it exists beneath us because we are the highest pillar, but there's no real activity going on here. No one's being saved. No one's being saved.
Over PHEX, over Pulse, over Pulse.
It's not even close. It's not even close. If you guys can get the PHEX community, whatever the fuck that is, if you can get them to show up and make a meme today, I'll give them 100 HOA. But since I don't have to
long term
wait, I don't have to wait.
Long term though, you think?
That doesn't matter. The utility of the only way they'll ever hear about it is with me and Spooky talking about the T-share rates again. Like the only time they ever learned was when educators were educating them the first time. So they sure as shit aren't going to figure it out when we go and focus on HOA and Tang Gang. They can just learn about it again when we get bored and want to teach them.
He's 100% right about the part about how all those other coin communities are not communities. They're not. Do happen to hold the same coin. They're not.
Yeah, I think
you just broke.
Pulse isn't a real community. Hex isn't a real community.
No, those are just.
So I actually
I know it because
Pulse might be getting there because the builders actually like want to build. They want to build something together.
Dude, there's hundreds of different projects on top of Pulse. Like there's a.
That's cool. Hey, guess what? They do exactly no business. They affect the world zero. Nothing is. Hey guys, nothing has changed. Hey guys, we're still having global wars. Hey guys. The money is still inflating to zero. Hey guys, no one knows what the fuck Pulse Chain is. Like, I don't know who needs to hear this, but hey guys,
so HOA is going to save the world.
It's a non-existent industry. HOA is the best shot you got. And so, like, that's the irony of it is, if HOA fails, you guys never had a chance. But if HOA succeeds, at least you guys have to succeed with it because we're on a chain already. Like that's.
I've got two things to say. I'm going to quote Bullish Ox. And then I'm going to quote David James. So Bullish says, we show people true DeFi, no marketplace. Marketplace has to do the work to gain the eyeballs. David James said, we're reading Sims.
I mean, it's true. There's some truth there. You guys, there is no doubt in my mind that there's enough room for everybody to win. I absolutely carry an abundance mindset throughout my life, but I don't tolerate delusions of grandeur, and I don't tolerate absolute brain dead takes. And a brain dead take would be calling something a community that has no identity. They don't have an identity together. The closest they have are the tokenomics, and they can't even agree on that. So there's a very special group of people, and we are able to help right a lot of the wrongs and kind of fill in the gaps of a lot of the communities out there. And that can empower all these protocols. The hundreds of protocols, I hope they all succeed. They're not going to succeed if no one shows up. And no one's going to show up for your fucking niche, non-existent marketplace on a ghost chain no one's ever heard of that's entirely owned by a fat man. They just don't need that shit. They can go literally anywhere else. So unless you give them a reason that's more entertaining to be a part of our space than any of the other spaces, they're just going to keep jumping around. The company I talk to is literally on every chain. And they're just coming to Pulse Chain now because it's newer, but they didn't give a fuck until I explained to them how the Tang gang bangs. And now they're like, oh yeah, they are a global brand, and it took them one sentence to go, oh yeah, no, this makes a ton of sense. And now they're continuing their exploration. So no one's pulling in business. It's just not there. And it's not a Pulse Chain.
Shout out to Abit.
Shout
out to Abit.
I've been explaining Tang gang to some of my AFK friends, and most of them they love it, and they love the images, they love the vibes when I show them the shit, but they don't get it, right? This one guy who is a friend of mine who I expected to have to go through the same shit, where I'm like, yeah, look, it seems like it's just people making memes about oranges, but there's all this like emergent shit that is so incredible that you just
way more.
And I'll explain it to you. This dude got it straight away. And just explained it back to me. He's like, oh yeah, that makes sense. You know, we live in an attention economy. That's the most valuable thing that you can possibly have, is to get people's attention. So people can come there, they have fun, and then you guys just blow the fucking place up, and it's becomes very valuable. And I was like,
it's a lot easier to produce and build if you're not weighed down by debt. And so a lot of people, unfortunately, put themselves in a situation of high dev debt, high ad spend, and a lot of sunk cost hours. We have the exact same amount of sunk cost hours, probably more sunk cost hours, but we don't have any dev debt because it's all grassroots and it's a volunteerism effort. Beyond that, it's difficult for those protocols to be able to fight in their own best interest because they know that they have ROI they need to achieve. And so the scarcity mindset sets in. As soon as somebody steps to them that could threaten them, it becomes much easier to attack than to collaborate. We have nothing to lose and everything to gain. So we will accept collaborations with people of provenance and useful, valuable protocols, but we don't have to go out and engage with the people that are idiots either. So we're equal on that. We don't have to engage with anybody. The difference is if we don't gain any users, we don't have a rolling debt that we have to be able to service to keep our protocol running. It's a simple smart contract on the blockchain. So we have, like Richard talks about, negative externalities. We have no negative externalities, and we have tons of positive externalities. So the protocols are better off letting us do that work because they can't afford funding a protocol and competing with us. That's you think that you're going to form a protocol and then you're going to market it. That's not true. You're going to form a protocol and then you're going to compete for eyeballs against the Tang gang. You're going to call it marketing, but that's what's really going on. And you're going to waste a whole lot of money over here that you could have, like Pulse OG's collection. They gave, Deva gave us 100. We only minted 75 of them out of the free mintable 100 allocation. So like, we didn't even tap him for all the free capital. And I guarantee you that collection doesn't sell out as fast without the Tang gang giving it 2 or 3 big social media pumps. So the question becomes, does Deva have to just wait 7 months to prove that he's a good developer and raise money slowly? Or was he always a good developer and it's not his fault that he doesn't have 500 homies waiting to put memes on the timeline all day because he's just a little bit more introverted and build focus than a bunch of people that wake up all day watching anime and putting oranges on the timeline. So like perfect synergy for us to do that for him and be like, hey, we see the value of your protocol. Can you just like let us have some? Because guess what? If you don't give us any, it might never even work. You might not even be able to fund the damn dev. And so they get that guaranteed, that peace of mind is taken care of. And they know that they don't even have to like show up and pretend to be a part of the marketing. They can literally just let the Tang gang go and say everything. The noise is so loud, you wouldn't know if the dev's voice was in the crowd or not. Doesn't matter. The majority of the eyeballs and ears on the internet are going to hear the Tang gang's message. And they don't largely care as much about the DYOR. They just want to see a big group of intelligent and productive people putting their backing behind something because it's a way simpler investment thesis. You go, what? The Tang gang likes it? Me too.
Yeah, I wanna add on to what Gui was saying when it comes to the community. I think I've seen this especially in Hex. I think part of the problem is that the people who have formed the community, they are much smaller than what they think is actually represented on social media, because we wouldn't have seen the type of behavior with all the selling, the massive wallet selling down, if it was legitimately a community that had the bags. So you had a bunch of people who just came in and extracted a bunch of value from Hex, while there were a small subsection of people who actually felt like they were in a community in Hex that actually believed what they were saying, and they did support each other, and they were so tiny compared to what was actually represented on the blockchain, and they just extracted all the value. But inside the Tang gang, you actually have people who are the bag holders, that know what they're talking about, that support each other, and they are the ones that have formed the community, because the people who are in, you could say, control of most of everything that's happening in there, they're the ones teaching all the newcomers. But that's not what happened in Hex. The people who were in control of all the liquidity and all the supply in Hex, they were completely different than the people spitting the gospel. So the community narrative is overrepresented.
Yep, that makes a lot of sense.
Bingo.
And that's also how a lot of people would have not seen that coming, because you're on Twitter and you're interacting with everyone that you believe makes up the whole community. You get this warped perspective. It's like these loud vocal minorities that make people think that everyone thinks a certain way, and it's just they're the only mofos that are yelling at you. And so people would have just thought, this is the whole community. Everyone seems aligned. Everyone seems like good people. And then some whale from another country that just has never even spoke to any of you and doesn't give a fuck about you just comes and just cheats the whole chart.
Yeah, dumps $15 million.
I think HOA could actually expedite the path back for hexagons. So if you want to remain a hex maxi, that's fine. I think the path back, the thing that used to make Hex a community was that we show up in numbers, right? If any personality on X talks shit and they're like, Richard owns all the then every fucking reply is a hexagon. Every reply is a hexagon showing up and saying, you're wrong, hex.com, at pulsechain.com. They just come in droves. However, they don't do it in a way that's entertaining, and so it just sort of breeds contempt. But if you do the exact same thing, but all those replies are memes instead of just direct textual shills, you'll have a way higher conversion rate, because you're going to trigger the dopamine and the happiness, and people are going to say, okay, well, that's actually a funny, if I got nothing from it, it's funny. And so that's the difference. And I think that the hexagons still exist in greater numbers. Like, I would argue that the Hex smart contract sub community is larger than the entire Cardano community, at least as far as online presence. You know, the on-chain data would be interesting to observe, but the online presence, which is where the noise and the marketing exists, Hex has them topped easily. And so if we can just convert the style of the message, you can still shill your Hex or your Pulse chain or whatever tokens, your Pepe, whatever, but do it in a way that's entertaining. We are literally providing value at the very first engagement, because the first thing you see from us is entertaining. So even if the exchange ends right there, you win. We handed you the win. We entertained you for nothing. And now we can just go our separate ways. But you left a winner. And so a lot of people would prefer that casino over the one where you're told that there's a jackpot for everybody and all you got to do is walk far enough into the back of the casino. And then they fucking lock the doors and light the casino on fire. And it's like, okay, thanks for all the yield, guys. What am I going to do when the fucking roof caves in? Like, that's the difference. So be providing that value in all ways. Price and value are different things. We provide value all day, and it seems to be reflected in the price of our token.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Yep.
The community is not there because of the price chart. The price chart's there. The price chart's there because of the community.
100%.
Hell yeah. And the crazy thing is, you guys, like, so we've proven how you can overcome the JEETs and the value extraction utilizing provenential artists and tokens and NFTs and things like that to insulate value. That same energy is, and the secret is that then we take some of our proceeds, because we're able to make sales to people outside of the Tang gang. So it's just a global marketplace at that point. So you're generating revenue that's coming from outside of your community, and then you circulate those profits back in through HOA, benefits the entire community to keep the movement going. that same model is going to occur with shitcoins. And you will see there will be some people that go, do I want to make a shitcoin and extract $10,000? Or do I want to benefit the Tang gang and just let the blockchain and the open marketplace decide what this shitcoin is worth? And I don't have to be a rugger. I don't have to be a scammer. And when I do make some money on this play, I can bring it back to HOA. So you're never late to HOA because it's a revenue generating decentralized autonomous marketing agency. You just have to own the tokens to be a shareholder of the most profitable business because we have zero overhead. We have the lowest fees to acquire shares, and we have the strongest marketing department for zero spend. So like, just tell me where that doesn't make sense as a fundamental investment. If Apple said, hey guys, we actually get all of our marketing done for free starting tomorrow, it's just Apple, but it's better. Okay, well, we are a free enterprise. We don't even need the overhead is literally blood, sweat, and tears of everybody that leans in, and the benefit is obvious. So whether you're getting your Gorillion X HOA chart or your fucking 5X NFTs that you're minting for free, whatever you're doing, like, you're going to win just by participating, and you're going to win through the sheer entertainment value so that you don't even have to be a crypto bro. You don't even have to click the goddamn buttons. You can just stare at the Telegram, and it's basically like having a live feed of memes all day.
Right?
Literally.
Is this Papa Tang? Is Hex Orangutan? Is
Yes,
this Papa
it is.
Tang?
He is the Hex
Okay.
Orangutan.
Okay.
Yep.
If I can give a shout out, man. So I think he was at both penthouse parties, but the second one, he was like, "Hey, what kind of booze do you drink?" This is like a couple days before Vegas or whatever. He's like, "Hey, what kind of booze do you drink?" And his DM was like, "And don't say no, I don't. It's whatever." I was like, "All right. I fuck with Buffalo Trace because at the time I was like a big old fashioned. I was like, that's all I was drinking was old fashions like a year ago." So him and Matt Phoenix showed up to the fucking penthouse party with 2 handles of Buffalo Trace and just started pouring fucking Buffalo Trace. And it's like, let's go, man. So I love big fans of these guys. Matt Phoenix let me use Casey and I use his fucking Tesla for one of our music videos. He's super. They're just good people, man. Great people.
Absolutely.
Big fans of Papa
Tang is
Tang.
also he's a huge nerd. Like, people don't know, but he's a Dungeons and Dragons Giga Chad. He's a Magic the Gathering Giga Chad. And like, people who only got into crypto the last couple of years they don't realize that like the Bitcoin community was basically just the Magic the Gathering community for the first year.
Yeah.
And so like the Dungeons and Dragons, the role play, the nerddom online kind of genesis of like goofy tech driven ideas, like that is the group of people that he comes from. And so he's also a legitimate business owner and understands what it takes to be a leader. And so he does a great job of helping to remind and to keep the Tang gang on point. If we start going into the price speculation narratives, if we start going into the weird moon math and shit, he'll bring us back down to earth and say like, I don't see any memes, you guys. I'm not seeing any memes, because he knows that the secret is the energy. It's not the tokenomics. It's not the math. It's not the complex electronics. It's just the entertainment value and the ability to play. And so he's a fucking grandpapa Tang who knows how to play, and he isn't going to deal with any funny business. So he's like, he's an integral part of the Tang gang. And he's one of those guys that you can just always rely on, where maybe Spooky's not around, maybe I'm not around, maybe it's kind of one of those ghost hours and someone's trying to pull some funny business. Like, Papa Tang's going to take you out behind the woodshed and whoop your ass. That's just what time it is.
Right.
And by the way, how much better is it to have, say Telegram chats did get investigated by authorities? What's a better Telegram chat for your crypto project? One where people are like, "Hey guys, let's pump the price. Yeah, don't sell. Just hold. What's the price? Ah, shit. Yeah, it's fucking going up. When moon? Blah blah blah." Or, "Hey guys, don't talk about price. We don't give a fuck about that." Which chat group do you think protects you better from the authorities?
Right.
Yeah, I mean, Spooky said it best, dude. He's like, if you end up in a Telegram that doesn't have thousands of memes, it's not ours. Like, you can't even fake our the closest you can get is you'd have to go and like save all of our files and then like try to paste them all into your Telegram, and it's like the timestamps should all be from one day. It's like, really, you think that we're gonna fucking fall for that? Like, it's the most defensible project of all time.
Even the pins, I think we have like 200 or 300 pin messages. Like, imagine trying to fake all that. Like, that's crazy.
Yep, and that's the point of the blockchain. Like, that's what we've been speaking to our community about, is that it's the on-chain value, and part of that value is determined by chain weight, which is a concept of time. It's a concept of building provenance over time. So you can't fake our Telegram, you can't fake our memes, you can't fake our chart, you can't do these things because it actually is impossible to sustain over the amount of time. It's like, look, if there's a fork, you might have neck and neck for a while, but one of these chains is going to get heavy and everyone's going to be on that chain, and then the race is over. The same thing is occurring right now at the mimetic level. It is the proof of work. It is actually peel-to-peel digital cash. Like, that's what we're doing here, is we are taking the concept of Bitcoin, the concept of blockchain, and we are actually utilizing the modern day tools of smart contracts and dApps to be able to have a more entertaining and more engaging experience. But the real reason the HOA works is the proof of work. We put in the goddamn work.
Dude, this conversation's fucking me up, dude. It's making me even more bullish. It's fucked. Dude, every time I think about the Tang and HOA, I think of another thing that's bullish. It's fucked, dude. It's completely fucked.
I'm blown away every day. Like, it just keeps getting better and better, and then like the exponential curve looks flat compared to what's happening in the future. Like, I can't even fathom how far this thing is going because it's exceeding any expectation I set for myself.
It's nuts, bro. It's nuts.
We haven't even seen 9mm launch, like the real fruits of all that labor.
I know.
Exactly.
We haven't even seen the realization of that, right?
People are so wrecked. Like, we're literally pulling up to the finish line and just waiting for the starting gun. That's how the HOA works.
all I'm saying is
we're still in a fucking Bugatti. It's like, good luck.
It's still there. I still have my pin tweet there for a reason.
Yeah, like people.
Oh yeah, dude.
Bro.
I put out that multi-billion-dollar decentralized autonomous marketing agency tweet. If people think I'm joking, I'm going to be saying that for years to come. Like, that's going to be bouncing around the inside of your skull, haunting you every day that you don't buy HOA, because this shit is not going anywhere but up and out. Like, it is a growth-oriented movement.
Yeah, I was just laughing. Someone dumped like 2 million HOA the day before yesterday or something like that. They bought PRS, and then immediately after they dumped it, price doubles.
Yeah, it's curtains for these haters. And honestly, like, we, even from day one, and Spooky is one of the best guys at this because he does a great job of capturing the charts and the trades and stuff if anything interesting is happening. He was like, hey, we're happy. These people paid $20 and made $1,000 on HOA. Like, you're going to get those stories from your traditional pump and dumps and from your venture capitalist wash trade tokens and stuff. But for us to do it and to know that every dollar is a real dollar, because this liquidity started with $6 and now we're like, every dollar is risk on and it's skin in the game. It makes you feel good just knowing that, like, even if it was a hater that got the win, they got a win. So like, that's how dominant we are, is that even the haters are getting wins, but those who are really leaning in and doing it the right way, they can't be caught. So I think that speaks to the ability to get to convert haters into being on your team and to grow the bandwagon. Is there has to be opportunity. Most of the time we're shilling these vaporous opportunities. Oh, get in here, the brand new shitcoin launched, get in low so that we can dump it later. And that's the roadmap. No one gives a fuck about the memes. No one cares about any protocols that might be coming. The collaborations are all just pump and dump news events, and what we're doing is legitimate. And so I think it's nice to see that people who sell their whole HOA bag, and it's like, yeah, did they cheat the chart a little bit? Sure. But it's a bunch of tanksters that are holding the LP. It's a bunch of tanksters that are going to be pushing the memes. And so if anything, we gave them a real reason to go forth and remember us well. And maybe one day they'll even come back, or they'll accidentally say to their friend that they made a 5X on HOA. And then when their friend's sitting down on deck screener one night and he's like, what the fuck is HOA? It's like, you never know how the stuff might come around.
Yeah.
Especially with all that liquidity there, it's still a healthy chart looking. Like, someone flipped a profit for HOA, which I love to hear in the first place. Like, especially in the early days, I was getting DMs. People were thanking me, and like, we're up higher than back then. So these people who were able to take a profit didn't kill the price. The price is up higher, and like, it just shows that there's that much opportunity still available on the market because of the Tang game, because of the HOA.
Well, if this thing goes like in the direction that we all are like seeing, like where the trajectory is pointed at, right? Like, at some point, like even like the small like $100, $200 buys, which even on HOA isn't that small in terms of the total supply you're getting, like that could turn into like very real capital that could really impact people's day-to-day lives. And you might even be in a situation where you're forced to take profits on that because it upgrades your lifestyle so significantly. It would be irresponsible to, even with like this crazy projection trajectory that we think it's going to go, say like a year from now, it's done great numbers, but you see the 3-year timeline, and it could be even greater because it's compounding with itself. But like, how beautiful is that you can get in now, and then like if HOA helps somebody like pay their bills for 6 months to support their family, like that's amazing. That's awesome. It's a great thing to give up, the future for, because you participated early and now you get a real benefit from that. And that's just coming from organic growth on the blockchain and on social media. And I think that's an awesome thing, even if you're in a situation where you're forced to have to exit a percentage of it.
Yo, to your point, Sloth, like someone DM'd me. They minted one of Mana's open edition free mints of the Grove Girls. So they spent like 30 cents in PLS or whatever to get this NFT. And they were able to sell it on NFT on Pulse. I think it might have been Beatbox. I can't remember. They told me which marketplace they sold it on. And they paid a cell phone bill in like the last third of their rent.
That's crazy.
Wait,
That's a huge win. That's a huge win.
And guys, that's not the same. Like, time the fuck out, you guys. We're missing this. That just went over everyone's head. You guys, it was a free mint NFT.
No,
NFT
that's crazy.
Doesn't have a liquidity pool. It means that someone got exactly what they wanted. They wanted the NFT and they paid exactly what they thought was a fair price. And a guy that didn't spend anything but showed up and participated and had the bags to whitelist a free mint made real money. That is a positive sum exchange. This person got value. This person got value. They are both ahead from where they began. That happened with an NFT on Pulse Chain.
In a crypto bear market.
When people say thank you for your service when people EES, it's similar. It's a similar idea to that, what you guys are talking about before. Like, as in they serve their purpose for the journey. They held and the price went up on their back. From their holding at that period. So they served their time in that flow of universe shit going on,
So like, here's how bad the haters are coping. Johnny, who I had to put down like a dog in a Twitter space, is coping in the comments of this channel because he can't do the math, because he's been down so horrendous for so long that he just can't get through his head how any of this stuff works. And so he continues to show up and try to disrupt. While there's literally 800 people leaning in, Johnny, you're being a disruptor because your tiny dick energy is so pathetic that you can't actually support community. You're so bag biased that you actually think that we're attacking Richard using a meme coin that makes fun of the Hex origin address. The delusion that you live under is why the Hex community went from being called a community to being called a bunch of fucking Findom cucklords. Is because you can't get it through 100%. Your head that there's actually opportunity. You say you guys are fake. Johnny, you wear masks for a living, bro. Like, get over yourself and get onto a team. Our chart goes straight up. You shilled the top of a chart that has been down for fucking 2 years straight, and you think you're saving lives. Just leave, bro. You don't provide value. You actually just provide delusional takes for people to brainwash themselves with, and then you just sit there and you deny it like you're helping human beings. You're actually fucking up people's lives, Johnny. Grow up.
I guarantee I will pay,
bro.
I'll put 100 million Pulse on the line right now. Johnny holds something other than Hex, Pulse, or Pulse X,
and he won't talk about it. He's a quivering.
I'll put 100 million Pulse right now on the line that Johnny holds something other than Pulse, Pulse X, Hex, or eHex. I guarantee it.
It's pathetic.
He
it'd be funny if he's holding something that's in the Tang game that he doesn't even realize it's there.
Look, dude, he just commented, you don't know anything about me. You're a liar. Johnny, you literally just said you guys are fake. Wake up, bro. You live with a delusional mindset, bro. You just came in and projected your own insecurities onto a group of people you've never met. And then your defense is your very same insecurities. Like, you are a man child. Okay, I've put you to bed so many times. I've put the milk in your fucking mouth so many times. I'm sick of having to tell my sons to shut the fuck up.
One of the benefits that I've seen from having
wait. What are we lying about? What are we lying about?
What are we lying about?
What is anyone? We're the most transparent, if not open forward. What are we lying about?
Literally debating things in public, and you blocked me, Johnny. You blocked me. because you're such a pussy. Like, you couldn't handle me intellectually and you had to block me. And then what the weirdest part was, you started using chia terms that you learned from me to try to explain terminology we should use to get away from the SEC. You know what Spooky did? He said, fuck Gary Gensler, here's an unregistered security on your fucking dome piece. And then we ran it up 8 Gorillion X. Suck a dick, bro. You're so irrelevant and you're fucking people's lives up.
One of my favorite things that's been happening because of this this meme coin Hex Orange address is that when people ask me what I'm doing, because like especially at work, I'll put charts all day.
Name the ring, dude. I don't think you know who I am, Johnny. I would literally knock you the fuck out.
For it. I'll pay for this.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna do physical damage to your body.
Instead of a penthouse party, the next Hex meetup that we have in Vegas, I will pay for the venue and I will pay for an octagon for Orange Gooey, aka Cookies, aka Orca, aka I will wear a fucking beanie on stream on Steak and Bake.
Yeah.
To charity fight Johnny 5555.
Just battle on the timeline.
Just battle on the
timeline. Everyone knows that.
For charity.
For charity.
Right?
For charity. And hey, wait a second.
We can feed one homeless person. It's
time out. We're getting off track because we forgot the model that the HOA uses. You actually have to provide something to the Tang gang for free. So if Johnny wants to get knocked out in front of his own community, he actually has to pay for the privilege. So Johnny, if you're willing to make a donation to the HOA, I will match it. And then I will fight you, and 50% of our pot has to go into a market buy of the other person's community token. Johnny, imagine thinking I'm afraid of a guy that makes Halloween masks for a living, bro. Send me your address. We can fight in your driveway. I'll take my shirt off in front of your boyfriend or whoever the fuck.
I do agree with Marco. Marco's always the peacekeeper. I love Marco. Shout out to Marco. Marco, what's your website name?
Hold on, we need a peacekeeper. We need a peacekeeper. What's Marco?
We need hold on. Marco says crafting with crypto.com. Crafting with crypto.
That don't make no sense. Am I hot?
Crafting.
That makes no sense.
Your edibles hit you.
As he's eating lunch. Am I hot?
As he's like munching down. Hold on, it's right here. Boom.
Oh, it's not Johnny Chaos. Then it's just some other retard named Johnny in the Hex community. Like, you're all the same.
Yeah, it's not Chaos. Yeah, it's not Johnny Chaos.
So he's even less relevant, and he's just as fucking retarded, dude. And he wants to fight, dude. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. I will fight for cash. Like,
I'm not Johnny Chaos.
I fought for free my whole life, so I guess we could do it for money if you think that that's something you want to get involved in.
No one's going to get killed. It's going to be a sponsored fight. Yeah, but no one's going to get killed. If anything, it'd be a sponsored fight.
Or are we going to do like gloves. Fucking this? Or we just get in there and kitty paw each other? Or am I allowed to kick him in the fucking head?
Kicking in the Head brought to you by this week's sponsor, Crafting with Crypto. Marco the Hexakin. Pick a color. Any color. Pulse chain. Crypto.
This shows you how fake they are, dude. Holy shit. Imagine if I showed up to your guys' streams all day and I was like, these guys are bad guys. These guys are bad guys. Like, dude, you're a fucking pussy. You waste your energy on things that are so useless. It's bizarre. I could never imagine waking up and like finding a YouTube channel and being like, these guys are the problem. Like, bro, you are literally talking to yourself. You are talking to yourself, and everyone in the chat. You're 6'5", 240 pounds. I can kick above 6'5". You being 6'5" isn't going to keep my foot off your chin, dipshit. 240 pounds, you won't make it to round 2. You have no fucking chance, Johnny. You're gonna need the great Lord on your side. You're gonna need the great, wonderful, pulpous Christ to keep you off the mat. Don't fucking.
Hey, Nick. Hey, R. Schilling just got Marco a hat sale. Marco, Nicholas from the United States just purchased the permanent patch. Let's go.
Holy fuck.
You skip arm day, bro. I don't need arms to kick you in the head.
This is Johnny right now. Christopher just purchased. Marco, that's 2 hats we sold, bro.
Imagine weighing 240 pounds and thinking that was bragging. What weight class do you think you fight in, Johnny? Have you ever actually fought, Johnny? Like, do you actually do combat sports? Or are you just another LARP like the rest of the Johnnies in the community? Because I actually have belts. I actually kick people, like, for real in the head.
Oh boy,
dude, your skin is pasty.
I know.
I'm not
dude.
gonna lie,
It is
I don't even know who he's
tasty, man.
talking about, but it's funny as shit.
He's talking about me. I got white skin. It's all
But
good.
you know, it's funny. He'll say your skin's pasty and translucent with the fucking emoji as his fucking profile pic. Like he's faceless.
And I actually show up on stream. I think Drake and I are the only
Right.
two full-grown men to cry on stream for our community. So like, if Johnny wants to fucking talk, then that's fine. But like, you're irrelevant, and so is your shitty hex or whatever the fuck you're talking about. The more relevant hex is the HOA. That's how ironic it is to like watch you guys still not get it, still not know how to rally, still not know how to make a community, still not know how to market. Is you show up and you detract the only thing that was going well for you. So now I just decided I'm bored enough that I'm going to host a Twitter space today called Hex is an Unregistered Security. Richard Hart's going to prison. Just because people like you irritate me and I think it's funny. So I'm going to give myself the free entertainment value while I continue to ostracize your already bullshit, vaporous, wish it could have been a community token. That's how I feel.
So if I can give a shout out, Hex Live. Has anyone ever met Paul before? Hex Live. So does anyone know who Hex Live is? So
I might have been on the stream with him before.
Does everyone know? Does anyone know who Joe Hexotic is?
That one I know.
Hex Live is the guy when Joe Hexotic was going through his shit, like car accidents, like contemplating crazy stuff. Hex Live was the guy that said, "Hey, dude, don't do that. I have this great community, Hex, that I've been in since launch, and I think it'd be cool if you got into this. It might help you out a lot." And Paul is the guy who saved Joe Hexotic's life and got Joe Hexotic into Hex, like way back in the day.
Nice.
So I've met Paul. I've hung out with him a couple times. Every time there's a meetup and we're in Vegas or whatever, we make it a point to get up and have breakfast together. And he is just a cool fucking dude. He's also the lead guy for Mintra. So he's the guy who came in, and I love Gerardo. I love PJ. I love Rogers. I don't know if everyone here knows the background. Do you guys know the background of Mintra? Do you guys know how Mintra came about?
Not really.
So Rogers and PJ, awesome guys, flew to London for the Hex second birthday party. And I don't even know if I'm allowed to tell this story, but fuck it, I'm going to tell this story. Rogers goes to Richard Hart at the party and says, "Hey, what do you think about us creating an NFT marketplace on Pulse Chain? Like, are you down? Let's do this." And Richard's like, "Yep, let's go." Gave him the blessing. So they forked, what's the ETH NFT marketplace they forked? I don't even know the name of it. What's the name of it? OpenSea.
You're telling me
OpenSea.
Richard Hart gave someone blessing to make something on Pulse Chain, even though he doesn't like the product being made?
Bizarre.
Oh, dude, 100%. This is exactly how it went down. Rogers, I don't know if PJ was with them, but I'm pretty sure. And I don't even know if I'm allowed to say this like on stream. I know they trusted me with this or whatever. Fuck it. I stand for the truth. I'm just going to give you the truth. I'm not going to hide anything. I don't lie to anybody about anything. Truth is the ultimate go-to. So that's where I'm going. So he flies over there. He's like, "Hey, Richard, Pulse is coming out. Can we do an NFT marketplace?" And he's like, "Yeah, fucking if you want to fork OpenSea, go ahead, fork OpenSea." So Rogers flies back. They do their thing.
You guys ever try to catch a fly? You get so close. I was like, I felt it in my fingers and it got away. I was like, this motherfucker's a black belt, dude.
Okay, Mr. Miyagi. So they do it. They come back. And, Gerardo gets involved and all this stuff happens. Well, Paul comes on the scene and Paul makes shit happen. Like Hex Live makes shit happen. So if anybody ever buys anything on Mintra or sells an NFT or trades an NFT or creates an NFT or does anything on the Mintra platform, you can solely thank Paul, not solely, because there's a lot that went into it, but you can thank Paul for getting Mintra to the finish line. I will say that. Great fucking dude. Paul Hexamonkey, good to see you both. My buddy Hexagon 720. Hexagon 720 and I, Hexagon 720, I will be at your house in an hour. No, 4:30. Yep, 1 hour. I'll be at your house in 1 hour. We're going to an MMA event tonight. Cabana Crypto came down for the last
Nice.
one.
Take
Had a
Johnny with
blast.
you.
If any of you guys want to fly in to Washington, D.C., I will take you out to an MMA event. There's 10 fights. We have a table right where the fucking fighters walk out. And like they walk up and the referee or whoever the fuck it is, he comes out, does the cup check, puts the mouthpiece in, does the Vaseline, all that shit right next to our table ringside. And then they come in, go in and fight. It's dope as shit. It's tonight. And like in an hour, I have to get off stream in like an hour because I have to be at Hexagon 720's house in like an hour.
I gotta be
to go to this fucking fight.
I just decided I'm doing a Twitter space today.
My wife is. Are we going
Dude,
hard on?
hell
Yeah.
Hell yes, can we do?
I might be listening. I'm charging my phone to listen to your Twitter space at.
It'll be a good one, I bet.
But bro, the Twitter spaces have been fire as fuck lately.
They have been, man. Dude, I feel like if it weren't for Twitter spaces, Tang wouldn't be what it is today without Twitter, right? Like without the spaces, it's crazy, dude. It's fucking crazy. But shout out to Paul. I gotta say that.
Like, dude, how down bad are you? I don't know whose side you're on, Johnny. Like, Freddie Quotes is a legitimate Hexakin, Tangent's a legitimate Hexakin, and you're begging for money to get knocked out. Like, what side are you on? I don't know, dude. People are so weird. I wish for every cuck like Johnny, there were just 3 people that were regular in the community. But unfortunately, people like him are fucking up the ratio so bad that I'd rather just be in the HOA. And you can literally shill Hex for the rest of your life. I don't give a fuck. I think it's super uninteresting the way that you talk about things. So, Johnny, by all means, put the community on your back and show us what you can do, baby.
Bro,
no one's gonna be listening, but just show us what you can do. We'll see it on the horizon.
The comment that you wrote in the chat, dude, was super harsh.
That's what I mean. It's like Johnny came in here and he started talking shit about you only having 50 viewers on the YouTube. He's like, not very influential. I was like, we have 800 guys banging your mom on the Telegram. Like, what are you talking about? Like, bro,
Dude,
Johnny, you showed up alone and not
streamed.
A single person in the chat is supporting you, bro. There's 50 people and you're 49-1 and you're the only one repping the set for yourself. So like, get it through your head that you're both irrelevant and no one supports you. And now you're like, I just want to fight. I know you do. You're emotionally distraught because you make poor financial decisions, listening to people that don't have your best interest in mind. And then when someone tries to educate you and provide value to your life, you fucking turn inward and you hate yourself. And then you project that out into the world and you cause issues for other people. So I want you to just calm down, Johnny, and realize no one wants to fight you because you're a waste of time and energy. And that's one of the worst things that you can be, is a waste of time. So as a Hexakin who understands the T-share rate, you should be able to appreciate how fucking pathetic it is that you would waste the time of other people's lives.
Whoa, dude. Fuck.
Also, it's like 30,000 hex for a T-share right now, Johnny. So I don't know if that changes how little value you bring to the world, or if it just remains at like absolute zero, like 0 Kelvin influence.
So Marco's daughter's watching
teach me how to murk people that hard. I need to learn how to murk people that fucking hard, bro. Holy fuck.
Yo, David James just sent me a text and he's like, yo, MMA tonight? And I'm like, yeah, bro, we're going. We're there. 10 fights. I leave in an hour and it starts at 5 Eastern time. And we have so my buddy owns a fucking realtor company. He's a broker. And he's got a lot of realtors under him, blah, 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 whatever. He sponsored this MMA event. And it was a 10-night sponsorship. And like there's one a month for like 10 fucking it's like every month and a half to 2 months. Every 1 to 2 months there's a fucking fight. And we have a ringside table. And right where the fucking fighters come out, they check cup. I'm telling you, this shit is crazy. It's so fucking cool though. We have a private VIP. So open bar, open, like all you can eat, like everything for 2 hours before. Is where I'm headed here. David James just hit me up. He was like, what time? It starts at 7. Sorry, guys. I've been drinking. I took an edible. I'm like jumping all over the place, but
I'm also on edible. It's fucking good.
Yeah. Marco's daughter is watching the stream. So if we could not use that, I think we've all kept it pretty clean.
Wait.
Green screen fight.
What's the new rules? Wait, you need to explain these rules to me. Real simple talk.
I think someone asked if anyone was watching the Logan Paul fight tonight, or whichever brother is fighting. I don't know. I think I think Bullish said he was streaming it.
Oh, has anybody seen that? Like all the drama that's been going down with.
Yeah, it's all over. It's all over the timeline.
Dude, hold on. Let me pull this up.
Who's it between? Who's it on the other side of it?
What?
What's his name? Dylan something.
Yep. Check this.
And one of the Paul brothers.
You haven't seen this? I think it's
Logan.
Give me space, everybody. Thank you.
Grab my drink.
Hold on, where is it? Oh, you saw where the microphone hit him the other day at the weigh-in?
Wait,
this asshole.
I'll be right back.
No, dude.
Did they kiss? I saw some picture where it looked like they were kissing.
No, dude. They had the weigh-in yesterday, and the Paul Logan, I think his name is, this motherfucker threw the microphone at Dylan Dennis, missed him, and Dylan throws it back, and the microphone clocks him right in the face, and like he just started leaking right there at the fucking weigh-in, dude. And this is the scar from it. He's like, I already won this fool's face. He's a dead man walking. So this fight's gonna be going on tonight while I'm at this MMA fight. So this girl right here, make sure those lips don't come near to me. So. Tangent, if you haven't been paying attention, Logan is dating this chick right here. And for the last 2 months, Dylan Dennis
it's crazy.
He's literally just been posting every picture of her with a guy that's ever gone down. Hold on, let me just scroll down through his fucking timeline. It's fucking crazy, bro. Look,
there's no rules when it comes to pre-fight trash talk, man.
Dude, no, apparently not, because literally he has pictures of her, a video. She posted a video on her Instagram like years ago that was like, she was like, I need blah, 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 whatever, just talking about, I don't want to say it because someone's going to clip it. And I don't want to be clipped saying what she said. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's that bad. Hold on, man.
Did that
oh my God.
Her out?
Hold on. Let me go back. Let me go to media. And then let me scroll down.
Was that last one a porno?
Dude, the videos are fucking crazy.
When the dude was like choking her out.
I think that was like a weigh-in where she was wanting to be choked out.
Okay, cool.
Ooh. If I could plug one thing for 1 minute. So we have a fantasy football team or a fantasy football league. And it's me, K, Black Hexagon, fucking Rags to Riches. Hold on, let me pull it up. The reason I bring this up is because this motherfucker's wearing a McDonald's hat. Whoever loses our fantasy league this year has to go interview for a job at McDonald's, get hired, go through the training, and then work a full day at McDonald's and then give their check to the winner of our fantasy football league. And it's a Hexagon fucking fantasy league. Hold on, check it. Fantasy home. So fantasy football, B Roots, Rags to Riches. Here it is. This is just too funny. I have to bring this up. Share this tab instead. So league overview. So it's me, Lauren, Expensive Taste, Cabana, Rags to Riches, HP Morgan, Marco, CZ, Rogers, one of the founders for Mintra, B Roots, and Black Hexagon. One of us is going to interview for a job at McDonald's, go and work all the training, and then work a full day at McDonald's as your job. And if you lose this fantasy league, then that's what the penalty is. You have to go work at McDonald's for a day, and you have to video record it so we can show it to everybody.
Do you have to make sure that that McDonald's doesn't know that that's your game plan? Otherwise, they won't hire you in the first place if they know that you're doing it as a fucking laugh.
Bro, who are we?
Like
no
strategy.
They're not gonna know. They're not gonna know, bro. It's not going to happen. So one of these people right
Wait,
here.
they won't even find out afterwards. So they're going to be fully deceived. They're going to think that this person really tried to come in and get a job and then decided to quit.
Yeah, we've had people mad at us on stream because they're like, there's really people who need that money you're going to take a job away from. And we're like, fuck it. It's our fantasy rules. Like, if you're going to suck at fantasy, then you have to work at McDonald's.
The job will be available a day later.
I'm less worried about that. I'm less worried about that and more worried about the deceiving of the fucking poor motherfucker that's doing the hiring.
Yeah.
Maybe it's fun. Maybe they're gonna stick. Maybe they'll keep working there.
Right. I'll tell you what. Right now,
Yikes, dude! Johnny doesn't even know what the Tang Gang is. What the fuck is happening?
Oh, seriously?
What the fuck is happening?
He must be trolling.
This is the craziest day of my life. You did not just tell me that you. And now he's doing that weird thing that like the Mog people did, where he's like, I just don't even know what it is. Someone should explain it to me. It's like, bro, suck a dick and explain it to yourself. Like, we don't have time for you, bro. We literally were nothing but neutral and positive, and then you came in being a fucking hating cucklord, and now you want the intel. Like, you're a fucking idiot. You might be the dumbest motherfucker in the chat today. 49 people, and you took first prize for dumbest motherfucker in the chat today. Congrats.
Oh, there's been a lot of this today. There's been a lot of this today.
He's still asking questions. That's how you know how fucking dank it is, dude. He's like, is it a meme coin? Bro, you know goddamn well what it is. It's the end of your fucking relevancy on the timeline. That's what it is, bro. Motherfucker showed up in a room of 50 people having a good time talking about positive outreach and was like, let me see if I can't fuck all this up for no reason. And then after he fucked it all up and got dog walked like the little quivering bitch he is, he turns around and goes, well, I just want some more information is all. No, bitch, you don't get any info. You can try to read the white paper or listen to your mom moan it out while 800 of us take turns systematically expanding her horizons.
It's so brutal. It's like a death wish.
Holy fucking shit.
Yikes.
And I'm not the founder. Like, our founder is super nice. I'm just someone that you have to deal with.
I try to be. People can get on my bad side. That's when all the memes come out.
Wait, and here's the craziest part. Here's the craziest part. I bet he still tries at some point to try to join the Tang Gang. I guarantee
he will. He absolutely will. And then you know what'll happen is 13 minutes into it, his body won't be able to handle it, and he'll start concern trolling in the Telegram, and I'll identify it immediately and decapitate him again.
Too much positivity. When you've got a group that's got that much positivity, such good vibes, people weed themselves out because they can't handle seeing everyone having such a good time. They're like,
what it is.
Only scammers are dishonest.
They'll try to get a reaction out of people, and no one gives them anything. Everyone just goes on having a sick time, and then they just get so upset that there's no resistance to their bullshit that they just fucking leave.
Yep.
I love teaching people judo.
Hell yeah!
All right, Seek's got to get one. Boom.
Yeah, Seek is fucking legit, dude. Seek is putting information out on TikTok.
Oh yeah,
it's really good. Really good TikTok videos.
Yeah, dude.
That's where I think even Spooky has been really good is when he puts his shorts on TikTok. That shit is like the untapped, most important social media as far as like video content goes. And no one in the community is putting out anything engaging on TikTok. Spooky's been doing it for like a year and a half of good TikToks. Like, just put whatever you're gonna put on YouTube, just put it on all the video apps, bro.
I plan on doing like a more serious video about the Tang Gang once we hit a $1 million market cap, just because the sound bite of $1 million market cap sounds better.
Yeah.
So I've been like waiting for that opportunity so I can teach people how to launch meme coins on Pulse Chain because it's so easy. Because once things really start going, I don't want people to go to Binance to make meme coins. I want them to go to Pulse Chain. So if I can show you that with just a couple of dollars in your pocket and a willingness to make memes, you can go on Pulse Chain and make $1 million meme coin right there.
Yep. And honestly, that's a great call out because Robotnik's getting ready to launch a project on Pulse Chain, and it dawned on him finally yesterday after like 3 days of kind of like slowly bringing people into the fold. He was like, wait a second. So if the gas costs are lower on Pulse Chain, then when I deploy the contract, that's going to be cheaper too, right? It was like, yeah, bro, way cheaper. He's like, oh, because he's launched a ton of projects on ETH. Well, not a ton, but he's launched some projects on ETH before, and it's like you take a $50 hit here, $80 hit here, a $2,000 deployment hit here if the gas fees are really high while you're launching, and it's like all of that capital could have been him insulating his community or pumping the token and things like that. So when you finally, when it clicks like on that side, for him, it was never about the transactional gas fees because he's more of a dev and a builder. But then when he was like, wait, my deployment costs are way lower, you could tell he was like, this Pulse Chain thing might not be such a bad idea.
Mm-hmm.
Dirt cheap. So it's funny. It's silly how cheap it is.
Yeah.
Literally pennies.
Yep.
Oh man.
I'm actually thinking about promoting that TikTok. When I'm ready to make that TikTok, I'm actually thinking about promoting it just so more people can see it.
Yeah, that'd be killer. I mean, it's pretty obvious to me, like with how vaporous the communities on ETH have become. Like the era we're in now is like the pre-cycle decline. We're not at the halving yet, and we're just going to have meme coins that bleed out and a few more pump and dumps on ETH so that people can extract as many sats as possible here in a few months. But I think on Pulse Chain, what we're doing is completely insulated because we actually have the real human beings, the breathing, bleeding, heart pumping human beings that are putting in the work all day. We don't have to worry about the negative externalities of the value that's extracted at the margins and at the connection points, because we actually are just starting from nothing, quite literally $6, and the march to a multi-billion-dollar decentralized autonomous marketing agency. Now, we are already that valuable. You can't convince me that the 800 people creating the art and the experiences and the protocols we have is not justifying a multi-billion-dollar valuation, but that's just the beauty of our chart. We're currently undervalued.
Me and Sloth were just talking about this. I think what's going to start happening is that a lot of people are going to start making their first or at least major pairs with HOA, because like the same philosophy I had with PDI, I wanted to make PDI and Crow as well as Pulse. I think a lot of people are going to see the benefit of having such a strong asset that HOA is and make major pairs with it. Sorry about the ambulance. Damn Newark.
No, that's a great point.
Very
it's
annoying.
the easiest way to plug into the community and like show people that like, hey, I'm about it. I'm on board. It's like taking your token supply and literally pairing it together on the blockchain in LP. But in order to do that, you have to have the coins in the first place, right? So like just doing that in of itself already shows that you're invested, because there's no other place to get the coins besides the market, because Too Spooky put them all on the market in the first place.
Right.
Bullish just said Trick or Treaters, which was an NFT free mint for the HOA last night, said got deployed for 2,150 PLS total when everything was said and done.
How much is that in USD?
Basically free.
Yeah.
No, it's probably like 7 cents, right?
That's crazy.
Yeah. Like a nickel. A nickel.
Yeah, about a nickel. So it's really affordable, and that's the thing, you guys, is like.
But didn't that mint out? Wasn't like half the collection paid?
It minted out for sure. I don't know. I think there were paid mints. I don't know. I got free mints.
Yeah, I think half the collection was a paid mint. So if you like just do the math on that, if it was like a nickel to deploy and then half the collection actually generated revenue for the content creator, like, bro, get on Pulse Chain.
Well, it shows it was all free. I think there might have been a secondary sale already, though. I could have sworn somebody made money on one. But yeah, I mean, the deployment costs, so we have this discussion sometimes when like actual cypherpunks are talking, not people like Johnny, but we talk about MEV and we talk about maximum extractable value. And the thing is, MEV is probably the adversary that kills you that most people can never identify. Everyone can identify someone that cheats a chart. Everyone can identify someone that puts their bag into a risky protocol and fucks over, a low liquidity community. But the thing many people can't see, the ghost that they're actually fighting, is MEV. The value that's being extracted at every juncture, the middlemen of the permissionless system. And so those are your validators and your gas fees. Those are the overhead expenses you have to run those validators. Those are the fees within the protocols. Those are the negative externalities of the tokens that you're associating your liquidity with. And most people can't ever find this enemy. And so while you're pumping and dumping shitcoins on ETH, you don't think about, if it's all a Ponzi, you just can't afford to have the majority of the smallest marginal community members get outrun by the fees to participate. So if the fees ratchet faster than the marginal adoption of the lowest paying user to your token, the token's price will go down because you are going to lose the economic energy to the overhead. And those things are required to propagate into the future. Pulse chain alleviates a lot of that, right? Chia alleviates almost all of that. And so if that's not enough to just giga send a token, you still actually have to have game theory defensible positions with regard to the distribution, the relative value of the holdings and the liquidities and things like that. And so that's where I think Pulse Chain is a beautiful sandbox right now for people who are willing to do things the right way, because doing things the wrong way will never be sustainable. And so even if, you can do things the wrong way a little bit longer because the deployer costs are lower and the fees are lower, yada, 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 you're still never going to be able to produce something where if you have this individual or these entities that are extracting maximum value, they will literally whittle your meat down to the bone. And that's not a strong fundamental position to be in. And then on top of that, you have to compete on the mimetic battlefield. So that's not going to happen either. People get disenfranchised when their stuff is going down. It took a lot of us being giga chads and holding through all of the FUD and all of the critiques and all of the skepticism and letting other people who were kind of the
to not sell, right? Yep, to not sell the top.
We know that they will. We know they will. Inevitably, they don't give a shit if we succeed for a day or a week or a year. But people like Spooky and I and Tangent and Sloth, like, we understand that I can forego that immediate satisfaction and produce something here that's defensible against all adversaries. And that's why we're going to continue to march up on our chart. But also because we understand we've communicated throughout our community values and strategies that can support the ecosystem. And that in and of itself provides some peace of mind. When you come to the point of, ooh, should I sell and take profits? You go, I actually know the roadmap. I've seen it in practice. I've watched it empirically affect the chart in positive ways. I've seen it empirically improve the value of my portfolio in NFTs and other tokenized ways. Getting the future revenue from 9MM is going to be something that people like Crypto Sloth and his community will love. They are very on point when it comes to the statistical advantage plays of the blockchain. And if you tell Crypto Sloth, hey, pretty much guaranteed cash flow on the highest capital efficiency utility on the chain, it doesn't take him long to figure it out. And the people that like to talk to Sloth, it doesn't take them long to figure it out. So now you have to ask yourself, what's really like the better mechanism for you as far as your tokenomics go? Do you want to just have to be a victim of bag biased, disproportionate ownership of people who are convincing you that the math will somehow make the number go up while you can quite literally see the number going down? Or do you want to be a part of a transparent organization that is telling you ahead of time how the chart will go up and then showing you in live time the chart going up based on the activities that occur? And I think they're both valuable. But I think things like Hex they require that there be a social consensus of existence on the blockchain. And that doesn't exist right now. Pulse Chain is not its own nation. It doesn't have real economic energy. ETH is largely being weaponized by the same people that were extracting value from you and gatekeeping you back on Web 2. Okay, Cardano doesn't exist. Solana doesn't exist. Chia has everything right going for it, but it's a tech learning curve that people don't want to get involved in because it's harder to pump and dump over there. It's not designed for X times Y equals K. And so the Chia bros, they still want that shit, bro. We love the casino. And so the Chia bros are like, yo, rather than come to Ethereum, I'm going to go to Pulse Chain, where literally the homies have been shilling to me since before it existed. Now they've shown that they're not going to run away at the first sign of trouble, and they're building an empire. I'll just come hang out on Pulse Chain. Yeah, and they're like, I'll just come hang out on Pulse Chain until Chia's day comes, and then I'll be over there too. But as soon as the ETH Chia bridge gets deployed here in Q4 or maybe Q1 of next year, we're going to have devs cracking the code to figure out how to get a Pulse Chain to Chia bridge. And you want mass adoption to Pulse Chain? Dude, there's over 100,000 full nodes being run on Chia, and I'm friends with the CEO. Like, who the fuck are you trying to onboard? Do you want to onboard the guy at Hardee's, or do you want to onboard the motherfuckers who have been in crypto since they've been in Bitcoin? Like, what's the goal? What are we even trying to do? We can provide the shitcoin casino they don't have. They can provide government level resistance to censorship that we can't produce in a proof of stake LARP chain. So we get the best of both worlds. Hold some fucking value on the censorship resistant blockchain, pump all your fucking bags to the moon where people are familiar with X times Y equals K, and they're excited by money and things like that. But we provide value outside of price That's why the price goes up. We're undervalued. The price just has to reach par value, which is in the multi-billion-dollar market cap range.
Cookies, you just gave previously an amazing case for why Pulse Chain is amazing. Are you still going to continue calling it a LARP chain?
Proof of stake is a LARP. It's not a blockchain. You can go to Wikipedia and you can look up what blockchain is, and then you'll see what the criteria of a blockchain is, and you'll realize that Pulse Chain doesn't actually have any of those things.
I just want to highlight something about HOA real quick because of how honest and open it is and how powerful it is. Because like I'm being educated about the trick-or-treat NFTs by looking at the chat. I missed it. As the creator of HOA, not only did I miss the free mint, I didn't even know how it worked because I missed it. There was like no insiders, no one gave me a heads up or anything like that. I was online, and by the time I saw the tweets referencing it, I already missed the mint. So like, and I'm the creator of HOA. So not only did all the Chads and the Tang gang mint it out before I even found it, they didn't even give me a heads up in the first place. And that's just how open and honest the Tang gang is. Like the creator of HOA didn't even get a heads up. I missed it.
I had Bullshit come into the yacht chat and he was like, yo, all yacht holders are getting this airdrop of this NFT thing. And I was like, I didn't fucking know about this. Like, I don't expect to be like kept informed, but I was just surprised that I didn't see it somewhere or that it would, someone send it to me or something like that.
Too spooky. I love your hat, by the way. I just want to highlight that.
Oh, I see who it is.
This one, or
I thought it was Donnie for
Welcome, Corey.
What up? What up?
How you doing, brother?
I'm good. I'm so shot. I boxed yesterday, and
Nice.
like I'm just so shot and sore.
Haven't
So
had your arms up that
Is that
long?
Corey?
yes,
Yeah,
it
that's
is.
Corey.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
What's going on, Corey? I hope you feel better, bro.
I'm good. I'm good. I literally just woke up 5 minutes ago.
Damn.
Probably.
Yeah. What up?
You
what up?
ever ever shadow box while you're jogging or walking or anything like that?
No, I haven't gotten to any physical altercation since I was 12.
Yeah, it's not as easy as people think. People
No,
think
it's
really
not.
easy to keep their hands up all day.
And I fought with someone, and I sparred with a close friend who trains with Matt Serra in Brazilian
Nice.
Jiu-Jitsu. So I was able to stay in with 3 rounds. He trained with Matt Serra, Aljamain, I don't know his full name, but like professional Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu guys. So I was able to stay in for 3 rounds for 2 minutes. So it was fun.
Nice.
Yeah. So I'm sore and I'm
It's a
tired.
good sweat.
My thumb hurts.
Tang gang wants some heat.
Yeah,
Yeah, bro. If I'm doing judo,
Papa Tang.
if I'm doing judo and I miss like 2 weeks of training because like I get sick or something like that, and I come back in, bro, I'm sore. I'm sore as hell.
It's horrible.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Why? Who did you guys think this was when I came in?
I had no clue. I saw the name. I was cracking up. I had no
I
clue.
assumed it was somebody that wanted to smoke.
I wasn't thinking of anyone
knew it.
specific. I was just trying to work it out.
I knew it was
That's
you
if
just
someone wants to
because I sent you the link.
Yes.
I think I worked it out pretty quick, though. I mean, for how high I am, I think that was pretty quick.
Yeah.
You're right.
Felt quick. So what's up, Corey?
I'm good, man. I'm just chilling like a villain, trying to do as many streams as I can. I was supposed to have one today, but I changed my mind. Just been working and.
When are we going on? When do I have you? When am I
Good
on
question.
the-
I think it's the 18th. What the hell's today's date? The 14th?
Yeah, today's the 14th.
Today's the 14th. Good call, coach. No, it's the 19th.
Cool. Okay.
Corey, have you managed to balance the whole like working and then crypto? Like, I would end up not sleeping. So
Literally.
do you force yourself to go to bed at a specific time, or what? How do you manage that shit?
Oh God. So basically, like, I work from 8 to 3. I mean, Sloth knows this. Sloth.
Short version,
Sloth's
though.
a-
Short version.
Sloth is a teacher. So 8 to 3:30. And then on Fridays 8 to 2:30. And then basically instead of doing 6 streams a week, I'm doing now like 3.
Wait, we don't need all the details. Like, you're doing the Uber driver thing, where you're explaining to the audience like what it's like to live in the life of a Uber driver.
It's fun.
But you've been navigating it successfully, yeah.
I'd say right now, yeah, we'll see how it is. Hit me up in 2 months. But so
Yeah, that's a
far,
good
so
point.
good.
I'll ask again once you've had more time to sort of adjust to that shit.
Yeah.
I did Uber a couple years ago. It's horrible.
Exactly.
I just know I would be fucked because I would end up staying up super late and then be like getting fuck all sleep.
You know what's really bad being where I'm at? Because I'm by the airport over here. So a lot of people from Jersey would want trips from the Newark airport to New York. And I had to learn the hard way that if you get to New York, you can't do any trips out there. You have to do it in the state that you have your account in. So I'd get one trip out all the way to New York, which would get me like $40, but then I'd have to drive all the way back to Jersey in order to get another trip. So I absolutely hated it. And until you have more experience, you can't really vet who's who or what's happening. So I was like, I'll just accept the ride. And then I'm screwed. I'm screwed for like the rest of the night.
I just want to give a shout out to Johnny, who has to drive a truck for a living. Well, I get paid to do 5. I get paid the same amount of money he does yearly to do 6 streams a month. It's a beautiful thing, bro.
Is Corey in on this savaging?
Yeah, I see it. I see it. I just want to.
I love truck drivers. It's a shame that he put that rev on there.
Savage, bro. That was.
Yeah, I just want to give him a shout out that I make his same amount of money annually by doing 6 streams a month, where he has to stay away from his family throughout his entire life. His wife's probably cheating on him. His kids probably don't love him anymore.
Wow.
Hey man, Johnny threw the first stone. Wow. I'd love to hold my buddy Corey back and say, no, we're not going to do that. But Johnny jumped out of bed and landed on a dick today, and now he's going to get fucked for the rest of time.
Him and Christian and the Beef Burrito Legion should really shut up.
It's crazy. They just don't get it. They just don't get it, bro. Like I don't know if they're alcoholics or something, but it's like you can't stop them. Like they just continue to do the wrong thing. And it's like you can literally put your hands on them and be like, stop trying to start problems. And they'll like knock your hands off. They'll be like, I'm not fucking starting problems. I just want to fucking rip his head off. It's like, dude, you're the problem. You actually started a fight where no fight existed because you're so bitch made you couldn't see other people have success without it triggering your insecurity of being a failure. That's weird. That's weird, bro. Get help.
Yeah, he's changed the title of the spaces now. Now it's 7 million hex, or it's 1 million hex for $7,000.
Don't forget about Cardano, Johnny. Don't forget about it.
Bro, I'm at least as impressed. I'm at least as impressed when I heard Corey rap freestyle.
That was mind blowing. I was listening. I was listening to that. That was so good.
That was solid.
Dude, him and Corey, him and Ooey Gooey were going, Orange Gooey were going back and forth. It was good, dude. It was really good. I was listening to that Spaces. Yeah, that was good. Real quick. I've got like 12 minutes before I have to leave my house to go pick up hexagons to go watch people smash other people's faces in. But before I do that, I want to bring in, and anybody who wants to fly to DC, come. You'll be the guest of honor. We'll fly you out. You'll come in and you'll be fucking VIP for the night. It's going to be a good time. But I'm sure there are people here on stream and maybe even in chat. There's 54 people watching right now who want to know about Mintra. And if there's anybody in the Hex ecosystem that I trust, it's this guy right here. Hex Live. Paul is in the building. Let's pull
Thanks for having me on.
Yeah, dude. Thank you for coming on, man.
Hey, man.
Yo,
thank you for coming on.
Yeah, glad to be here, guys. This is an honor. Thank you for this shout out, Freddie. That's awesome. I'm, in the back of the scenes. I've been in Hex for a while, and I don't, go on stream much. I'm just, the super dev dude in the background, trying to make things happen. But yeah, I'm super excited, man.
How can we incorporate Tang into Mintra? Like when do you guys launch in? It's this month, right? Like I've been seeing like drippings, like coming soon.
Yeah. Yep. It's coming soon for sure. I can't say exactly, but it's soon. Okay. Like we accomplished everything. It's ready to rock. And what you see out there on testnet right now is pretty much what you're going to see on mainnet. We're like continually deploying to testnet and like forcing pretty much all the devs to, if you have code and you want it on mainnet, it needs to go to testnet first.
Nice.
So, Yeah, it's been exciting, man. We wrote everything from scratch, which is, you know, a good and a bad thing. It's a lot harder to write something from scratch than to fork it.
So was it just a fork of OpenSea?
Nope. Yeah, everything from scratch. I wrote like the vast majority of all the smart contracts. We had a couple guys earlier on, and yeah, I pretty much wrote everything. So that's one thing. We've been kind of trying to figure out our launch strategy, and I want to start streaming more, and I'm going to create some streams like only for the smart contracts, and I'll keep it like a high level stream and a low level stream. And one of the things I'm really excited is like Mintra's the most decentralized marketplace, I believe. You know, the admin, like there's so little admin key stuff, like our contracts aren't ownable for the geeks out there. You know, like the admin keys we do have like guardrails on them. So like say we wanted to increase the market fee, we could only increase it to like 3.69% and we can't put it higher. Like you can list any contract on the Mintra smart contracts. So there's no, like, we can't pause the marketplace. We can't like lock your funds in there. So like no, and all through, like that was the philosophy, you know, really from Richard kind of instilled that to me. And like I had pushback from like the auditing company and some of the other like smart contract devs we had on board in the beginning. And I had contract, you know, I was seeing ownable, I was seeing some stuff from the, you know, previous devs, and all that's out. So I mean, if you have you know, a 721 or 1155 you wanted to list, even if we don't show it on the front end, you could list it on those smart contracts. The smart contracts are as decentralized as I know how to write them. So that's something that's one thing I think will set us apart from everything, because, you know, OpenSea and Rarible, those are the big boys. Like if you were able to, you know, those are hard to compete with. And like another like strategic advantage like Mintra is going to have is I come from like a data science, big data, like kind of background. I'm an old school dev. I know I look young. Look at this face. Jeez, I look good.
It's beautiful.
You know, but I've been programming for like 20 years, you know, so I'm an old school guy. Jeez, I look young on this screen. I got to stop chewing gum.
Yo, guys,
just give you that Giga Chat jawline. That's the secret.
I would love to stay longer, but I'm about to eat dinner. I wanted to come in to show my.
I just took them off. I didn't mean to do that to you, Corey, but I feel like everyone kind of shits on you. So it's like, no, I'm just getting over you. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Are you going to do that Twitter space, man?
Yeah, I'm going to do a Twitter space.
No, I just wanted to say,
I'm down.
Before I leave, yo,
wait, Corey.
What's up?
Nothing. Everyone, I didn't want anyone over talking you. I kind of took you off screen. I felt bad about it. So.
No, it's okay. Oh, I just want to say you guys are awesome. I'm glad I was able to come on the panel for a little bit. I thought Freddie wanted me to come on. I was sleeping, and then I was like, yeah, I'll come on. You guys are awesome. Mintra, I'm looking forward to you guys launch. You guys are going to do some great things. Sloth, Tangent, Two Spookies, Gooey, Freddie, you guys are great. Thank you so much.
Love, brother.
Keep doing what you're doing.
I got to head out too, guys. It was great to see all of you.
That's
and I'm
Corey.
sure you'll catch you guys around in the interweb.
I love you guys, Corey and Sloth.
Yeah,
killing it.
I think Corey's eating supper, not dinner. I think that's what they call it when you eat dinner this early.
Yeah. It's a very strange Italian household. We eat dinner at like 4:00, not like 8, like most cannolis do. But yeah. So all right.
Quando mai? What's the matter with you?
Hey, Tom. I'll see you guys later. Gooey, I expect you on Thursday, so I'll see you guys. If you're not on Thursday, I'm gonna take all the oranges and put them right in your penis.
Let's get out of here. Let's get out of here.
Thanks for showing up, brother.
Corey, I love Corey.
Look at the fucking orange mug. Let's go.
Yeah.
everything I see that's orange, I call it out in person. Even if I'm just around complete strangers, they'll be like, orange car. And everyone just looks at me like, who is this fucking
like literally because of the Tang gang, it's shifted my perspective on things so much. And I've had other people message me about it. It's like, you can't not see oranges now. You can't not see the color orange. Like it pops out now. Your brain is wired to comprehend orange. It's like the forefront of your subconscious.
Yeah, it's a cognitive bias for sure. You will definitely be noticing orange a lot more from now on. All of us will. That's not optional. That's everybody.
That cup in purple. If I can get that cup in purple, I'll get it.
Right, this is going to be the most forced thing that you're ever going to experience in crypto. Because normally crypto is about freedom and that you involve yourself voluntarily. But your relationship with the color orange is about to change forever. And that is not negotiable.
Yeah, you're gonna have a hell of a time trying to block everyone who's posting oranges on your timeline. Like it's game over. Like good luck.
Yep.
Man, I'm excited to get more into the fun part. I've been like sweating in my t-shirt, coding.
I'm sweating in my t-shirt right now, man.
Jeez, I feel a little musty myself right now.
That beard,
I want to get into the fun part a little bit.
How are we in tropical environments?
Man, I need to free my mind.
Shout out to DJ Waffles because I love my shirt.
All right, y'all. I'm gonna pop out so that Freddie can go and actually take care of his real life. Good seeing you guys. I'll be on a Twitter space if anyone wants to take it. You guys
hey, are you guys gonna do a Spaces? Can people come join a Spaces? Are you gonna start one up? Okay, cool. Everyone who's here, go listen to Spaces. Thank you everyone for coming. Who just bounced out? Was that Tangent? Everyone's leaving.
Everyone's gone.
Man. Freddie, thanks for having me.
We are signing out. Yeah, bro. Yeah. Thank you for coming, man. Really appreciate you, Paul. We'll get up as soon as Mintra launches, dude.
Oh hell yeah.
I think I want to eat some supper too. I haven't had anything yet. I jumped on earlier today with sloth, so I haven't had any food yet. I'm a little hungry.
If you haven't had a chance to see it, everyone should go watch the sloth interview with Spooky here. It was really freaking good, man. Really, really, really good. Shout out to people in the chat: Drix, Sandy Beach, J Money, DJ Pollywood, everybody. DJ Nico, Pollywood. Thank you guys for coming through. We will do Steak and Bake again soon. And dude, this is the highest viewers we've had the whole time. 59 fucking viewers. All right, we're out. See you guys. Thank you guys.
We show up. We are engaged.
HOA. Yes. HOA. Everyone go check it out. Do your own research. We'll see you later.